Bob, it is telling me that we should be live, should be good, and should be ready to begin, ladies and gents, one and all, to another fun-filled edition of the PokePod World Podcast. Once again, ladies and gents, my name is KG Prestige. Hope you guys are all having yourself a goddamn good day so far. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot to discuss, so everybody sit back, relax, let's get ourselves ready for tonight as we talk about shenanigans of the week. We got a lot to really cover in terms of just things that we've well, you know, obviously given that we don't got an episode to talk about, we got other topics to talk about regarding obviously the new batch of the new Pokemon side series that they're uploading onto YouTube. We got to talk more about the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games, giving that more information about that, and more unique twists to it are dropping. We'll talk about that soon, amongst many else. So hope you guys are looking forward to the discussion for tonight. Oh, Jesus Christ, my face feel hot. Hopefully that's just me from just exhaustion and nothing else. Oh. There we go. Hopefully everything should sound good now. Let me go talk with TSS and we'll get ourselves right in. Hello there, buddy. Hopefully now the thing is working.
Yeah, it's working, yeah.
Okay, I only say that because when I went into the other room for a second, like the audio wasn't playing right now.
Oh, okay.
But now it should be fine, I hope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you sound fine. It's okay.
Yeah, and you sound fine too on my end. I had to move some things around during the weekend because I was actually cleaning up. So now that I got that out of the way, here we are. But unfortunately, that also meant that the audio fix issues happened. So
well, also it sounds like you have a little bit more space in your room because there's a little bit of a
of an
audio.
echo.
Well, yeah, a little bit of audio bouncing.
Oh, I don't know if that's actually the mic. Hold on a second. Did the microphone change? Actually, no, it didn't change. It's the same microphone.
No, it's just a room.
Yeah, nothing really changed at all, honestly. I'm gonna be real with you. The only difference is that we moved. Actually, we didn't even move anything at all. The only thing we just did was clean up.
Well, then what's happening? Is maybe whatever the sound is bouncing off the walls in a certain pattern that's different than what it did before.
Yeah, not sure exactly what it was, but hey, hopefully it doesn't bother anybody. Hopefully your day's been going good, buddy.
Yep. As people know, I had ordered the Poco F3 over just a day before Thanksgiving. I'm gonna give a full review of that in about 3 weeks because since this is a major device, I want to make sure that I have everything. I first of all, since this device can be custom ROMmed, I want to make sure I get enough time with it to experiment with everything. But so far, so good. I'm really enjoying the screen, the performance for the price, and can't wait to give my full thoughts in about 3 weeks' time.
Nice. And also, somebody else had happened to just join us as well. Hello there, buddy.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good. How's your day been so far? I'm assuming you're getting yourself ready to work or something?
No, I'm done with work.
oh, wow. I thought that was in December.
No. That is today. Last night was my last night of work, so I am no longer on the graveyard shift.
Oh wow! Well, first of all, congratulations on completing your job routine, I guess.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it's been like a few years.
Yeah, I've been doing this shift for nearly 11 years. Almost since 2009 technically, but like I think 2019 was when I switched to day shift for like a year, but then I ended up going back again. So yeah, today's my day where I'm trying to stay up as long as I can to get back on normal schedule. And
you're gonna go back to actually sleeping at night or something?
Yes, and it's been very hard.
Don't worry. Here in the pod, we'll make sure you stay awake for the next 2 hours or so.
I remember I was here like 6 months ago or so. I don't remember how long ago it was. And
I don't remember, but you passed the fuck out in hour 1.
I did. I did. I was like, oh, guys, I can't. I don't know if you guys heard me or not. It's like, I gotta go. I can't do this.
No, don't worry. You were fine at that time, though. because like
Yeah.
nothing was being picked up. When we were trying to say goodbye to you, though, you were just straight up not responding at all. And we're like, oh no, he's dead.
You out.
Yeah, he
He's
got
asleep.
himself knocked the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you, I got home from work and I think around noon I conked out for maybe like an hour or two, and I've been up ever since. So I'm fine now. I'm awake, but I do want to go to sleep at normal time tonight. So hopefully that'll happen.
Okay, what
All
time is it
right.
again for you?
It is 9:07 p.m. for me.
And what are you aiming for? I guess.
I'm hoping for 11 o'clock ish, maybe. Or
All right, then
midnight.
2 hours it is. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Today's session of the
24-hour pod,
PokePod
let's
is
go.
sponsored by Dane waking the fuck up for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, really.
But it's also sponsored by Artesian Builds.
Hell yeah, buddy. Let's go take a second to talk about the cool ass sponsors who are helping us out in our channel every week. In case you guys are wondering exactly what is Artesian Builds, well, if you go down to the panels down below in the About section, you'll find yourself a nice little image of Artesian Builds where if you click on it, you'll be able to save up to $200 on your own custom-made PC by entering the code KG Prestige at cart or at checkout, amongst many other things. You can pick your platform between Intel, AMD, see the various specs and series that they have available from Performance, Elite, Apex, starting from a minimum of 1,000, leading upwards to who knows what numbers there is. But the point of the matter is you, the customer, have the decisions in regards to what it is that you like to see your PC be built upon. So, another cool feature too, if you do say make yourself a nice cool custom PC, you can even get the opportunity to see it be built live on their Twitch channel over at Artesian Builds. So make sure to go and check out their Twitch channel as well. If you go to their website in particular and scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the nice little Twitch logo. Click that and you'll find out more information over on their Twitch channel. So hope you guys go and take a look at that. Also, many other things as well. Once again, thank you to Artesian Builds for helping us out with that. And also for even providing the custom code and all and whatnot. But also, to those who are even followers as well, thank you guys all so much for your various supports throughout the year. It has been incredible. We are almost... This is a big deal, at least to me personally. We are almost at 1,000 followers here.
Wow.
On twitch.tv. We are just 15 or so away of followers left before we actually hit the big 1K mark here on this channel. So I really would love for us to continue pushing that till we make it to the big 1K by the end of this year. I hope to see you guys help out with that. And to those who have been very supportive via the subscriptions, if you subscribe via tier 1, you no longer get 5 sub emotes. You now get up to 9 emotes that you could also use too. So make sure to go and check that out as well. If you like to be subscribed to help the channel out, information about that, just simply take a look in the Twitch channel below, and best of luck on that bit there. But amongst many other things, it's going to be a fun week throughout. We have a lot of shenanigans to go and discuss. So, without further ado, let's get right into the bullshit hour then. Why don't we? I always love calling it the bullshit hour. I don't know why, but it's always just funny for me. So, first of all, let's talk about the bullshit hour with the beginning. None other than Black Friday. Have any of you guys celebrated Black Friday? Well, quote unquote celebrated.
I stayed the fuck home. Well, well, like I said, I got that. Well, I'll tell you this much: I ordered the Poco F3 the day before Thanksgiving, and it arrived here on Black Friday at like 12 noon, and that's basically how I spent my Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it came on the day, so I guess you got what you asked for, no?
Yeah, exactly. You know, what's really interesting is that, Walmart has actually become a pretty good marketplace for items. I would say in some respects, depending on where they are, it's actually a little bit better than Amazon. Depending on where on in terms of how quick the turnaround is, because sometimes I find with the Amazon marketplace, like the third-party sellers, to take a few business days to actually ship a product out. I actually ordered that. I actually ordered it at like 3 p.m. and they shipped it out at like 6 p.m.
Oh wow!
It's like this particular seller, that's out in like Long Island. They were like, and it was right on UPS and right on the truck, and yeah.
Here we
Friday.
are.
Yeah, Friday.
Nice.
And,
So that you could say was your Black Friday gift.
yes, that for myself. Yeah.
What about you, Dane? Did you
I
do any shopping?
I actually had well, I actually work at Walmart, or I did
Oh,
work
so
at
you
Walmart.
experienced.
Well, I did not this year, or actually the last 5 or 6 years, but there's been a few times where I've had to deal with it. It's never been pretty, but let me tell you, the last few years have been a cakewalk because honestly, the way the Black Friday works nowadays is not anything like it used to be, especially
Oh
at
yeah.
retail places. It's
Yeah,
calmed down
now
a
with
lot
the
because
Backstreet Boys and all that, they
yeah,
really upped the ante with this one.
yeah, a lot of it is done online now, and the way we did it, or at least our store did it, was we had a bunch of events throughout November, and we're gonna have it throughout December too, where it's not just happening on Black Friday or Thanksgiving or whatever. It's happening like we had like 3 events in November, where it was like 3 weeks in a row on a Friday, where we just had a Black Friday sort of thing. It was like little mini Black Fridays. That
Yeah.
way, Black Friday
Real.
itself wasn't so major, and people wouldn't be bustling in there in the hundreds or thousands or whatever.
Yeah.
So it did help out a lot, but yeah, I heard it wasn't bad. I wasn't there for it, myself, but I heard it was just whatever. So
It wasn't pretty,
luckily I don't have to deal
basically.
with it ever. Yeah, I mean, I got out of work and they were right in the middle of it, so I checked around and I saw some Switch games on sale and some clothing or whatever. I don't care about that shit.
Well, hey, at
But,
least you don't have. At least the good thing is you don't have people killing each other for a toaster.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me tell you, man, I had a few friends that were there, but they said it wasn't bad or anything. So I'm expecting it's not going to be anywhere near as bad as it ever will be, like years
No.
ago.
No.
No.
I feel like thanks to what we encountered with the Backstreet Boys, I feel like they
Well-
found a new formula to like
Well,
work it out.
I actually disagree with that. I would actually say starting about 6 years ago, they started 6 or 7 years ago, they started to actually keep order.
Really? Well, to be
yeah.
fair, I never actually done a Black Friday except this year, but I'll get to that in my story. But do explain that though.
Yeah, because about 10 years up until I want to say about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, there you would see like tons of videos on like YouTube and even on the news where you have people getting trampled. There was this like one where it looks like a flood of people, like the flood from the Halo games is coming inside of a fucking store.
Oh
and you just see
shit,
people-
those little motherfuckers.
yeah, but it basically looks like that. It looked like that for a long time. But then but that was the kind of the transition where they started opening on Thanksgiving. And it was
Oh,
like
gosh.
you were taking away all these people. Thanksgiving is supposed to be a day where you're supposed to sit down and have a nice dinner, nice Thanksgiving dinner. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. Now, most of the people, back then when they made the change about maybe 10 years ago or so, you have people coming in. It's like, oh, we have to have Thanksgiving dinner at 2:00. And like, what the fuck is that?
Why do you do that
Yeah,
for?
the-
Well, I gotta get in line, no.
No. You have to. No, they have to go to work
Oh shit,
at
that
6
too?
p.m. You have to go to work at fucking 6 p.m. on the fucking Thanksgiving. And once they did that, then you had then you have all these people. You had videos of people, killing each other for freaking clothes. Beating the crap out of each other with fucking TV, for a fucking television or whatever the hell it is. And you
Yeah.
saw all these compilations. But I would say from about 2015 or about 2014 to 2015 onwards, they've actually like organized everything. So I've been to a few Black Fridays. I've been to one like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And like I said, it was nowhere near as bad. Now, of course, you're gonna have stores that look like they're fucking trashed.
Yeah,
which
somewhere
I've
in
seen.
the
I
bigger
mean,
cities, yeah.
yeah, like the local Target, the one of the local Targets here up in Mount Vernon. They look like after that, it's looked like somebody like a fucking tornado went through it.
Jeez.
Some sections, but it wasn't as bad as like what you saw on like online videos.
Yeah, from back in the
So-
old day. And also Tyrone out here raiding with a party of says. Hey, thank you for that, pal.
Yeah.
But do you continue to assist?
No, but I want to say that now that we have businesses like Target saying they will never open on Thanksgiving again, I'm hoping that, and of course with the whole Backstreet Boys stuff, I'm really hoping that they go back to just opening up on Friday at like 4 o'clock in the morning or 6 in the morning or whatever. Maybe 6 in the morning, so that people don't have to freaking wait in the cold, camp out like they're buying a fucking iPhone or something, just to get like a fucking television.
Gotta camp out for a fucking iPhone.
That was our only warmth tool we had out there.
The iPhone?
Yeah, the iPhone. You know, when the battery gets fucking hot, it warms your hands, man.
Yeah.
But it
No,
also
there's people
kinda
waiting outside
concerned.
for it.
That's very concerning if it does that. But now, Tyrone, in case, first of all, how'd your stream go, buddy? Hopefully it went well.
Cool. Mostly just Smash practice until the pod started, and then I was like, oh shit, the pod started.
But yeah, I saw you were playing with Terrell there. Hopefully everything went well for you guys. Just to catch you up to speed, we're talking about Black Friday and the experiences that were from this year. I don't know if you had any Black
amazing.
Friday regarding things during this particular year.
I don't really do anything for Black Friday. At this point, Black Friday is one of those things that I always know exist and causes the community in and of itself to act like crazy. Although I don't think it's as crazy as much. I think it's just crowded and makes everything inconvenient.
Yes.
So at this point, I just make it an effort to not go in a store on Friday. Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
You're a smart person.
Just because I don't like, and also I buy everything online at this point. Like yeah, sometimes I'll go in the store in order to like get stuff that I know I need from the store. But in that situation, I'm like, just buy the shit online. There's no point in dealing with the hustle of fighting 1,000 folks, and I hate waiting in line. Like that will do it for me. A long line will fuck my whole life up. Or if I absolutely have to go to a store, I wait till like late night when the entire crowd has already like killed itself.
Yeah, and just
And I'm just like,
get the spare loot nobody went for.
Yeah, and
if you want a Black Friday line all the time, go to a Costco.
And I just step over dead bodies and shit. Like,
clean up on aisle 3. We've been saying this for the past 6 hours. Where the fuck are y'all? It turns out the bodies are actually the workers.
Right, and I wind up like stepping over that and just going to the self-checkout like a normal person would do in my situation.
While everybody else, you just watch and tilt your head to the right and see 2 people still fighting each other for a toaster.
Right, even then, I noticed like a lot of people were like, I want a TV for Black Friday. And I'm thinking to myself at this moment in time, I'm like, is a TV really like the appeal anymore for Black Friday? We've gone so past TV at this point. Is that really what we're shooting for? A television?
I think people just like the chaos, that's really what it is.
Yeah, it's my home.
Some people just go out there to see the chaos, they don't care about buying stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to just film all that shit. But the reason why I brought up the Black Friday sale is because I actually went to my first one this year by myself. After work specifically, not during
I thought you said you worked one. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, no. Like, I talked about this story last week, but I mentioned that, like, I work in a section of, in my workplace where we do have to sell and ship phones and everything. So we were preparing ourselves for Black Friday. We even had to work on a Saturday, which is not supposed to be a thing we're supposed to do. And we ended up working from like 5 to 11 that day. And then immediately follow up on Sunday from like 9 to 7. Just to prepare things for this Black Friday sale, Palooza, whatever you want to call it, during Monday's shipping and all that shit. So we took care of that, right? But I thought to myself, you know what? If I'm going to go through this hellhole, at least let me get something, right? Let me buy some things. And I was actually asking from assistance from TSS, Terrell, and the others in the chat at the time, because I went to a Best Buy by my area. And I was looking to buy myself a TV, coincidentally, as we were talking about TVs a while ago. I was like, I need a new TV. I actually don't have anything 4K related in my home, per se. So I was like, okay, let me get myself something nice. And we went through like various different TVs. I kept posting pictures of all of these. We got various answers like no to hell the fuck no on like what is a good TV. There was like this 175-inch I showed you TSS, and you were like, "Get that shit away from me," 'cause that shit was horrible.
because that shit, if that shit gets the fucking yellow or the red and fucking our things, throw that shit in the garbage.
Yeah.
Well,
So
do you remember what brand it was?
it was in. Oh shit! Actually, I could just
Well,
probably look up.
I know what it was. It was a
Good
Samsung.
TV?
It was a Samsung set, but it was the LCD. It was not
The OLED.
It was not. It wasn't a QLED. It wasn't a
I'm
QLED. Yeah, a QLED.
I was like, OLED's a lot
What's a
more
good
expensive,
TV?
yeah.
A good TV is the door. Get out.
No, I was concerned about that TV because I was like, okay, they're selling the TV for like $800, but then I look into it, but it's like they're selling the TV with two big speakers alongside it that cost like $200 each. So I'm like, how much does this fucking TV cost on its own then?
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they
That's
get you. And even my mother was also looking at it too until I showed TSS's message to her. And she's like, okay, we're going to go over there instead. We then find a appropriate answer with like one of the TVs. And I think TSS, you remember the name of it? It was like a Q60A, I think it was.
Yeah. It was a Samsung Q60A.
Which honestly, after using it for the past 3 days, I'm going to just tell you right now, TSS, best fucking decision ever. I'm just going to be honest.
Well, yeah, because I'll tell you, the Samsung QLEDs for the price, it's probably the best performance. Now, I would say either you get the Q60 line, because I have the Q60R, which I bought 2 years ago for like $500.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 43-inch. But I will say that it's either you get that or you get the Q90. Problem is the Q90 costs, well, you got it in a 65. So that shit costs about, the price of it's like $1,000 more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if you want a decent set on a budget, the Samsung Q60, like the QLED.
Yeah.
Because everything else is just shit in comparison at the same price.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Finally watching, like, because I have the
HDR.
I have the Fire Stick, the 4K Fire Stick.
Yeah, now you can
that I've had
do
for
HDR.
years. I've had for years, but I could never use that feature because I never had a 4K television at the time. So I finally get to put that. Yeah, and then I finally put that onto this TV. Watching some of the movies in the IMAX 4K shit was absolutely mind-blowing to me. I was like, holy shit, this is like a whole nother experience altogether.
Yeah, I mean,
it was good.
I mean, to be fair, the HDR in a low end set like that is not that bright. It's like 480 nits.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, it's still better than the crappier like the T models, the TU models that are underneath it.
Somebody asked, how much did you pay? The original price for that was at $1,000. It was on sale for $850, which after tax and all that shot up to like $900. So I spent around $900. But I did have some extra money that I spent alongside that, given that my budget was a little nice that day. So I even managed to get me a couple of other extra things for myself personally. I got me Monster Hunter Rise for the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh,
I just
bought that too.
Because my mother had a story. Because my mother was the one that pretty much owns Super Mario Party. I don't own that. She's the one that owns this copy. So she went that day and she bought Super Mario Party Superstars, right? And she saw two plushies that day. And she saw one of a Koopa Shell and another of a Piranha Plant. And she really loved the Piranha Plant. But when she was about to get it, somebody else took it. So she couldn't get her own Piranha Plant. So instead she over it. No, just kidding. Yeah, so she should have ran him over. But nah, so she saw the Koopa Shell, and on that day she's like, okay, I'll take the Koopa Shell. I remember that. And then I decided this year I would buy like the TV, right? And use that. And this might sound stupid, I swear to God. I used the TV as a decoy to hide the Piranha Plant plush in my backpack so she wouldn't notice what I had with me. So that by the time we got home and she's having fun with the TV, I showed her the Piranha Plant plush that she wanted. And then she freaked the fuck out. She was so happy with that plant plushie, man. I know she should be more excited for the TV, of course, because it's a full, 4K TV. But she really loved the plushie, so she got very happy with the Piranha Plant plushie. Now she has the plush on top of other actual plants, bro. It's so fucking cute.
Also, KJ didn't mention this, but he got a 65-inch.
Yes, a 65-inch Q60A television, and like I said to TSS, that shit is beautiful. It is absolutely one of the best TV decisions I made, and I'm very glad to have had your guidance and everybody else's in the chat at that time as well to help me figure out what would be the perfect TV to get. So yeah, we're very happy with that TV, man. It came out really nice. Now I need to see how the Switch games would look on that size.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'll say this: the Samsung QLED sets actually make 1080p look good. The upscaling, since technically it's a 4x because it's 4 times the pixels.
Yes.
It looks. I mean, 1080p still looks decent on a QLED set. If you can't afford an OLED, because the problem with OLEDs is that they're usually pretty expensive. I mean, if now 55 inch is not bad because they'll be about maybe $1,200, $1,300. But if you try to get 65, it jumps up to like $1,800, $1,900, $2,000.
That 10 inches was a lot.
Yeah.
AG, don't ever say that again.
Hey, out of curiosity,
don't say it ever again. All right.
All right, I'll write that down.
Maybe never in any context or out of context. Just don't ever.
Okay.
Just need to swing the golf club, yeah.
Yeah. So,
out of curiosity, what did you have before? Like, what was it upgrading to? Like,
I had I have the TV right behind me. Actually, it's a Sony 50-inch television.
Ooh,
I forgot what it was, but it's unfortunately one of those 1080p's at the time. So I bought that maybe 4 to 5 years ago. So it's been a long time since I got myself a new TV for the family. And now we have this big ass television now in the living room, and it just looks beautiful, bro. I love it. I just need to buy those cute little colorful LED lights to attach to the back of the TV to just give it that extra oomphy that it deserves. There was also
my brain has already thought that you put Christmas lights on the back of your TV.
That's what I thought.
And that's funny to me.
Hey, that's like my Christmas lights, man.
And that's twice as funny as what you said, so I'm sorry.
All right. Well, here's the thing, though. There was one product I haven't mentioned to it yet, and that is that I also went out of my way to purchase for myself a Stream Deck from Elgato.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it was on sale. They had a black... yeah, what the fuck?
You could have bought it too if you had.
Yeah, if you knew about them sales, which by the way, I did link to you guys twice that there was a sale going on for it.
Is it still on there?
I think it is actually. It's supposed to end this Monday, which is in like an hour and a half from now. Original pricing for the Stream Deck that I bought was the MK2, which I think is the second model of it. It cost, I believe, $150, but the sale boosted down to like about $129, if I'm correct. But you could buy the original model too. They're basically the same, just cosmetic differences really, and tweaks here and there. But for the most part, I bought the newer one because I always prefer getting the newer over the older. You know, if you have a new model, I'll spend that extra $10 to get the newer. You know, so Stream Deck. So I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't had the opportunity to have fiddled around with this device yet, only because of the fact that I only
Pirate
just got
Z
my
Robo,
hands on.
thank you for the sub.
Oh, thank you so much for the subscription there, buddy. Much appreciated.
Pirate Z Robo.
Thank you, pal. But what was I getting? Oh yeah, the Stream Deck. Because I had to work Saturday and Sunday and then work almost all day today, I had not gotten myself the opportunity to have really fiddled around with this Stream Deck. I have it on me. The only option I have here that I really set into motion was the Sonic R button, which literally is if you hit the R button, all it does is just opens up a YouTube channel to play the Sonic R music then and there, and that's it. Like, that's my most favorite button currently right now.
Sonic Racing.
Hey, listen,
$130 for a YouTube video, that's worth it, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's
does it play specifically Supersonic Racing
No, it plays the whole OST.
Oh my God! What a weird button.
It's the playlist, man. So yeah, I have the Sonic R button for that. So that's beautiful. Now, I also did set some other things, which we never really got an opportunity to play around with here. Most people might be familiar with. Can there be a $20? Yeah, there can.
$20 button.
There actually is a voice,
Exactly.
a soundboard option in here. So I could
Yes,
press the
do it.
$20 button, and then I can have Tyrone or anybody
That
else say
will
$20.
not be outdated by a fucking button, okay?
Nah, but
If you want me to say $20, I'll say it my goddamn self. You are not gonna get a press of a button to get me canceled, okay? I will not lose my job to the machine.
Rise of the Machines.
And Coro literally said that as I said that. Son of a bitch.
$20 bass boosted and reverb.
Fucking
Yeah.
cooker jabs.
Oh man, I actually started binge watching South Park the other day at work. It's good times. But yeah, so
Hey, at least you're
yeah,
not doing a double do.
We'll be like,
Okay.
KG, what's that stream deck can do that I can? We're like, it can do this, buddy. $20.
remix.
It's $20.
So let me show you guys real quick. So already off the bat, when you download the Stream Deck system off of the Elgato site, you'll be given the options to fiddle around with the Elgato Game Capture, the OBS Studio. You get your own soundboard, a Stream Deck, a system settings, which I'll talk a little bit about that soon. Streamlabs OBS, which by the way, they're gonna have to update that name now, given the recent controversy that happened with Streamlabs. They
luck.
also have an option of Twitter too, and that's the stupid one for me, the Twitter option, because I can set up one here for Twitter where it could just tweet something for me. So I could post a pre-composed tweet, or I could change my name. Which I don't know why I would do that with the fucking.
Some people actually use it.
I think the change name might be for like I'm live on
On live,
Twitch.tv,
yeah,
and then the other
yeah.
button could be like I'm no longer live. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like the tweet button, I feel could be very, very mixed in my opinion. But the change name though, I still approve of. The control center they have for Elgato, so you can set the brightness, adjustments, all that stuff. And I'm assuming that's mostly for the Elgato lights I have already here, so I could play around with that. Twitch Studio as well. And then there's also a voice mod. Apparently, the voice mod, you remember that thing I did with my voice where it like turns male or female? That's also in this shit too. So they can also have voice adjustments set up through the Elgato Stream Deck with voice mod, so I can have my voice change.
Well, technically, what KG could do is have a button where it just posts a random screenshot of cocaine Satoshi from Sun and Moon saying, and you'll say, "Hi, buddy."
You know what this is? That'll be the tweet button.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, hi, buddy. With
the random cocaine face.
Exactly. Okay, but the only other thing I really fiddled around with that I have here in the Stream Deck, and this is something a lot of you guys here on Twitch and even those here in the call have not really got a chance to see. Ruby has other emotions. We never really get a chance to see them. But now that I have the Stream
Angry Ruby,
Deck,
let's go.
there's no angry Ruby, I think. There's a questionable Ruby that we have here.
I question why there's no angry Ruby.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There's the laughing Ruby. There's this, why the fuck did you say that, Ruby? And then there's the, why the fuck did you say that, Ruby? So those are the various emotions.
See, that's the cocaine. That's the tribute to Satoshi on cocaine.
Yeah, after seeing that cocaine Satoshi face, like, what the fuck? So yeah, we have had these emotions all these times. I just never knew. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some behind the scenes real quick. So you might not notice it right now on stream because I have it under transparent for the window thing that I'm getting the Ruby model from. However, if I decide to move my mouse over to where the Ruby model is, you're gonna see all this shit. So in order for me to change models, all of this is going to be on screen. And the last thing I need for you guys to know is to see that shit. So to not ruin the immersion, we have now, thanks to the power of Stream Deck here, the ability to do all of these emote changes without having to worry about that whatsoever, and not showing all of that shit on stream.
Where's the I'm behind my student loans, Ruby?
Ah, shit! Forgot to pay my student loans.
Ah,
Ruby.
yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. I think there's gonna be a lot of fun with this little goofy ass Ruby emotes here. There are a lot more that I haven't actually shown off here on stream, so don't worry about that. We have many more to go for with Ruby emotes. I'm just gonna have a lot of fun with that. But like I told you guys, I haven't really had the opportunity to really fiddle around with this device, to actually get it set up. Yeah, I can tell you right now, there are 12 different emotions that I have of Ruby that you guys have not seen. I only showed you 4 new ones out of the 5 I have currently now. So there are 5 of them in total, and actually none of them are actually angry Ruby, surprisingly. Oh, no, wait, my favorite one though? I do want to show you guys my favorite one that I sadly didn't set up yet, but I would love to set it up. Hold on, let me see if I can actually get this shit available right now. If I could put this up, that'd be great. I hope it doesn't break my shit, though, because this is a huge-ass file size that I'm about to put. My favorite Ruby, I'm going to be real with you, is, let's see, is it here? There we go. Okay, I got it right now. My favorite Ruby is going to be this one over here. It's going to be Pouty Ruby.
Like how he made a clone of himself to show that off.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll just slide away so nobody will notice it.
Two
there you go.
2 kgs. I knew it.
So there you go. See, now the immersion is no longer real.
Now put the fries and the soda and the burger like we did with Pikachu.
But here, like, we got so many different emotes. Like, as obviously we showed you that. We got the, oh my god, I love it, kind of an emote with Ruby as well, which I absolutely adore. My favorite one as well, which is also perfect, the smug. Smug Ruby as well is perfect there too.
Some shit.
So yeah, so we got all of that available for us, chat.
The free 99 one.
The free 99 indeed.
Free 99.
All right, so those are some emotes that we have available. Like I told you, I got like 12 of them in total that I can
You're one
finally
step
fiddle
closer to
around
being a VTuber.
Yeah, I don't know when the actual VTuber shit will happen, but in the meantime, I'm gonna have fun with PNG tubing with Ruby at least.
Good.
So I hope you guys also look forward to it as well. We're gonna have a lot of fun fiddling around with that, and that's also through, once again, thanks to the power of the Stream Deck. So this little cute device is really nice and all. I even set it up too, to where I have the PokePod logo here, so I can immediately hit it, and it says on the review, and it immediately gets the Pokeball, animation to play out. So we go straight to the reviews section.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, since we don't have any reviews for this week for PM 2019, I can't show it off this week. But we'll get to show it off next week. VTubing on a budget. No, that's called being a PNG tubing. It's being affordable.
Now VTubing on a budget would be getting a free model and using like V Studio or whatever.
Oh gosh.
Oh god, no, thank you.
That's the $0 route.
Don't worry, I'll try to see if I can get my buddy K to help me out with whatever it is that I need to work with.
Well, I need help too. So,
But you guys as well, those in the call here, you have your models already theoretically, so you guys can have fun with that. Thanks to the help of Sergi. So yeah, that's all I pretty much got on hand. I got the Stream Deck, I got the Monster Hunter, I got the Piranha plushie, I got the TV. I feel like I had something else I bought, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But it must have not been that important, but I still bought it anyway. But the point of the matter is, I hope everybody had a good time, though.
He's got like an industrial Bluetooth fridge behind him, and he's not bringing it up.
Listen, man, that $6,000 toilet I bought
VTuber when it's HoloLive in the PokePod, dude. Speaking of HoloLive, HoloX.
Oh yeah, they just announced it out of fucking nowhere,
baby.
Yo, like, where the fuck did they come from? Wasn't there like some kind of lore that they always do or something to lead up to it? They just straight up
this one, it was just I guess for this one it's like weird shit. It was weird.
There's like
this
one with
time.
a mask now, and that's really cool. And
we have an orca, we have a freaking a genius that has been locked away in fucking jail and shit. Like,
Yeah. I'm excited.
Oh man. But
orca that
yeah,
cleans
to
your
those who are
fucking
big
house, yeah.
VTuber fans, I'm not really into the VTubing things. Although these guys have been nonstop posting VTubing stuff on this channel here, and they're really getting me to go nuts over Crony's whole decision making.
Crony.
Well, and
the-
also we
Crony and
got
Iron Mouse, to be honest.
also we got to talk about like K-san and fucking V Shoujo and then K-san and fucking Pikami and all this shit. Oh my god.
Oh, are you talking about the controversy that came out recently?
No.
Because there
I'm
was
just
a
talking-
big ass controversy that happened this week. I don't know if you heard about this.
What was it, Kiata, right?
No. Okay, allow me to get into some info in regards to this situation. Let me go and see if I can find it real quick. It involves V Shoujo, I believe that's what you called it.
Yeah, V Shoujo.
So let me see if I can get it real quick because I'm trying to see if I could find. I believe it was Nux Taku, who I think is a
Yeah.
YouTuber on
Okay.
YouTube. They do something right, and then something about the V Shoujo girls end up getting doxxed and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
And then
Oh, man.
Nux got approval from V Shoujo and Project Melody to make a video about it. The other girls in V Shoujo weren't even informed and really got upset about it because they're worried about retaliation regarding this whole situation. So after all this, just a bunch of back and forth shit happened, and well, we're in the middle of a controversy between these two people now. So yeah, not really sure where this situation is gonna go on, but it is looking to be a bit of a mess. We just know that the management behind V Shoujo allowed this shit to happen, which unfortunately also came at the cost of harming the actual VTuber people
Content, the
themselves.
content
Yeah,
creators,
so it's just a
Talent.
whole Morgan board of situations that is still relatively new, so there's not much I can kind of talk about at this moment. As more information will be happening soon, but it is something to keep an eye out for. That it really is an unfortunate situation. I don't really know who to blame about it because it's like Nux did make the video and it did go in a south way, but then we learned that the management behind V Shoujo approved of that decision making to make it happen to begin with. I know Late Omni, they did do a video recently about it. There was even an hour-long video that came out a while ago. I had to watch that too, but yeah. All we can do now is just wait and see regarding all the situation that's going to happen. In the meantime, though, TSS, you said you had something else in particular that you wanted to talk about regarding VTubing that did not relate at all whatsoever to whatever it was I was saying right now.
K-san has been like collabing like crazy lately, and it's like it's really interesting because people already know who she was, and now that she has over 1 million subs, she's getting collabs with like pretty much everybody, like V Shoujo, as I said. So having K-san and Iron Mouse in the same stream, and also Sea Dog VA, Connor.
Yeah.
And then you have the other one where it's like her and Pikami doing the meme shitpost reviews shit. That's great stuff. But it's like really, it could open up the door to everything else.
Yeah,
eventually.
it feels like it deserves to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is just the
all the
beginning
collabs, yeah.
of a open opportunity to see these very popular VTubers begin to like collab with one another.
I mean, we even had Iron Mouse and Pikami, and that shit was good too.
Yeah, I remember you were very happy about that when you learned of that situation.
So speaking of open stuff, I was just informed, KG, that Japan has open auditions for VTubing if you're interested.
Yeah, but none of them are wolf buddies, so I can't do that.
Oh, you never know. You could try.
No, I know, but I need them to, I need specifically, if I'm to work with anyone to make a VTube model of Ruby that needs to be a humanoid of Ruby, it needs to it needs to be a human Ruby. Like, it has to
I would say that'd be
maintain
weird.
the
I don't know. I
pink-
can't imagine that.
The problem is it's going to look like a male Iron Mouse. Unless...
I legitimately
God.
don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I know we had that. I know I said trap beforehand, which I know some of people
no.
don't really
Oh,
prefer
yeah.
that word no more because times and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I do still want Ruby to go in that approach. Just saying, Ginjinka Ruby. I mean that could work. It could work. We'll keep that Astolfo. Yeah, there you go. We'll make Astolfo Ruby. That's the best way to say it. We'll Astolfify Ruby.
Hello, welcome to Sandwich Store.
Oh man, I'm
Whoa.
You said it was 10 inches.
Who the fuck said that? Which one of you? No. It's straight up still the male Ruby. He just looks feminine as fuck. Is all.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Ruby's design as well. He's supposed to be cute. But yeah, so overall, that's pretty much all I could say regarding the VTubing stuff. I hope people are very much happy with the VTubers that they follow, that they shrimp for and enjoy. So all of you guys who are VTube
I
fans,
see what you did there.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
I can't say the
Yeah,
S word
you can't.
properly.
Yeah, we gotta put crawfish and get them involved.
Exactly. The fried shrimp made that rice. You know that shit.
Yeah. Chahan, let's go.
Yeah, so let's get into the last discussion for the bullshit
Shrimping
hour
ain't
that I
easy.
got. But okay, the big thing I want to talk about real quick. Obviously, this happened earlier today. It's Cyber Monday, of course, when big sales and everything happening online. We had already that discussion on the Black Friday bit. But it's not only just Cyber Monday. It also happens to be Spider Monday. And you might be asking, what the fuck is a Spider Monday? It's not a Monday dedicated to spiders, but it specifically is meant for Spider-Man No Way Home tickets being available to
The
purchase
spider
now.
that contributes Monday-like traits and quotes.
Indeed. In other words, making a lot of bank. It was war last
Spider-Man.
night.
Spider, how was your weekend? Fuck.
I didn't sleep at all because of bullshit Spider Monday, but I did come out with getting tickets for it, so I'm happy about that. So in case people don't know, Spider-Man No Way Home is coming out next month in December 17. However, at least here in the US anyway, I know in other regions, I believe in Europe, they're going to be watching it on the 15th, if I'm correct.
Oh.
Yeah, so they get to see it 2 days ahead of us, and therefore they're going to spoil it to the rest of the world, so be looking out in that shit. But I actually managed to get my hands on tickets for the movie here at the US anyway, to watch it on the 16th. So the day before it comes out, I didn't even know that was a fucking option. But hey, it's available. So I'm watching it on Thursday on the 16th, and I'm very much excited for that. So I cannot wait to see that film with the family in December. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be our first big return to theater films during a launch day. Because the last time me and my family did that together was honestly probably one of the best ways ever was during Avengers Endgame. Which you should have been there when that shit was at its absolute peak. I was. It was a memorable experience that will never leave my memories at all whatsoever. It was such a phenomenal moment. So now it's going to be recreated again, hopefully, with the Spidey fans with No Way Home. So to those in the chat, though, I do have to ask all of you guys. Like, did you guys manage to get your hands on some ticks? You know, did you guys get your hands on it? And are you looking forward to this film coming out later next month? So let me know in the chat. See what you guys got. Did you guys get it for day one, day -1? Maybe for Saturday or Sunday? I'd like to know, you guys. For me, like, it took me half an hour actually to get the tickets because I was literally
Son of a
with.
bitch.
Hey, I started it at the fucking clock, man. You took 10 to 12 minutes because you were busy working on Jeff Keighley shit.
I was on the stream.
No, that too, actually. I forgot about it. But hey, that's why I informed everybody to do it. You could have just paused the stream to have done the important
All right,
things.
everybody in the chat, stop what the fuck you're looking at. I gotta go get Spider-Man ticks.
Exactly. So, let's see. How many of you guys got your hands on it?
Speaking of which, I got them fucking Spider-Man ticks.
See, I told you were going to get them. Well, actually, when did you
For
get it?
Sunday.
Oh, that's so fine. I mean, you're not going to watch it at the day of launch, but you'll at least get to watch it, though. That's what matters.
Yeah, but at that point, you'll already be like, I just came back from the movie, and man.
And I can't
I
wait
can't
to
believe
spoil
blah, blah,
the
blah, blah,
fuck
blah.
out of it for you in message form.
Let's say if you tweet anything, KG, you're dead. At all.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Take a picture of the soda, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have the big ass bucket, the big ass soda there with Spider-Man.
Actually, I remember doing that actually for I think it was one of the Detective Conan films that I watched.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Neat.
I think I also did it for movie 22. I think. Yeah.
I remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pointing snipes at you, KG. Listen, man, it's not my fault that y'all didn't get the tickets at the launch event for this film. It's not my problem, you know. But if I got it, I'm gonna enjoy it with the family, and that's what matters the most. So
Yes.
me, my little brother, my mother, we're all looking forward to this film, and hopefully we get to see the film that it was meant to be. Now that we're also talking about Spider-Man, another very interesting thing to know. Actually, for those here in the call, did you guys get your hands on tickets? I know Tyrone mentioned it. What about you, Dane?
I have not, but I live in a small enough town. I'm not worried about it. I can wait probably like a few days and be fine. So.
All right, just making sure. And I know for TSS, you're not really much into the comic series, are you? Right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
so that's why I knew to not mention it to you, because I remember we've talked about comics before in the past, and you're not very familiar with that at all, or just not invested into it that much.
No, because the problem is even if I were to go back to that, it's like I would have to watch so many fucking movies that it's like bleh. I would actually have to watch. It would actually be more than the anime movie backlog that I have. So it's like no, it's not worth the time.
Yeah, I remember when like if Endgame was coming out, they had like a list of films you had to watch, and it was just straight up all the movies coming out before Endgame. Just watch.
Or
all
you can
of
be
them.
like me and watch Infinity War and then don't watch any of the others and then watch them all afterwards, then watch Endgame.
And then be
I
like,
watched it in such a weird order.
so now that makes
It
sense.
was actually my roommate gave me a hard time for doing that, but it was actually kind of cool going back and seeing the references of what's gonna happen, and I don't know, just kind of cool seeing that.
And
order.
what led up to those jokes or comedic scenes.
Yeah, I mean, and then I watched Endgame afterwards. So it was all fine. So
Yeah, because the only movie that I watched was The Avengers, and that was it.
yeah.
And that was fucking what was that?
Okay, so I looked it
12
up.
years
It would
ago,
take
whatever.
around TSS. It would take around 50 hours. So pretty much about what's that? That would be about 2 days.
2 days and
With
4
no sleep.
hours.
2 days with no sleep and no restroom break or food break.
Good, you're gonna end up. I'm gonna end up like a Chinese guy who had a heart attack. Okay.
Well, logically,
Damn.
if we were to break it down, that means if you probably watch about 2 movies a day, you could be done within about 10 days.
Yeah, but you'll be
that's-
fucking MCU'd out at that point.
Yeah,
You'll be so
yeah.
fucking
And also-
No,
and
exhausted.
also you have to-
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you watch 2 movies
Oh, no, I
every day for
understand.
10
And
days,
unfortunately, my life is full of interruptions, so that ain't gonna fucking happen.
no, listen, I'm just telling you the time. I'm
That's
not
the
telling you
facts.
to
Yeah,
do it.
you're telling me the raw
I'm just
facts
saying,
about it.
based on the math that's in front of me, if you watch 2
Yes.
movies every day for 10 days, then you'll be caught up.
And unfortunately, when
And
it's
that's not
Captain Marvel,
counting-
and after that,
unfortunately-
you won't want to watch anymore. So,
That's not counting the series, though. That's not counting Loki or
Oh,
Falcon
shit.
and Winter Soldier or
You can
fucking
skip that.
WandaVision.
Or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, or the other amazing Spider-Man films, I assume, as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey, we got a nice special guest for tonight. Hello there, buddy.
Hello, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Yes, it is.
Good
good.
night. Hey, what's up?
Hey. Yeah, you said
so-
you wanted to hop on through for Spider-Man talks, didn't you? We're just actually
Yeah.
just talking about, first of all, if you were even getting your hands on the tickets for it. Did you?
Oh, I got the tickets today for midnight on Wednesday, because, time zones and whatnot.
You actually,
Yeah.
okay, did you get it during, like, the actual time it began, or did you just wait,
Oh,
like,
no. So basically, everyone went to celebrate Black Friday. And I was like, nah, I'm going to spend time with the family, going to have a picnic, a barbecue, just spend the weekend out. I returned today home, and it's Cyber Monday. I get my copy of Brilliant Diamond, and I go to the movies to see the movie Encanto from Disney.
Yeah.
Great movie. I recommend for everyone to watch it. And
You
everyone
went
at
all
the
the way to the Kanto region to see a movie?
See. See. But well, I was waiting so I got my copy of Brilliant Diamond, so yay. And and everyone was like, getting tickets for movies. People were today in the movies it was something very weird. Everyone who saw Encanto was happy. Ghostbusters, the parents were happy, the kids were
No,
Yeah.
the parents will only understand the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie
Yeah.
if they've been with it, though.
Yeah.
This is what I'm actually looking forward to, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it next week.
Yeah,
Actually.
no, but here's the thing. Like, I think that's because you want to take the kids to the movie, but you were the one who actually watched the Ghostbusters, the original one, so the parents are the
it's
ones
not meant for the
actually-
kids. It's meant for people like
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
It's got that Stranger Things vibe going for it.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is funny because they
Stranger
do have the Stranger Things actors in there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I see what they're doing here. I
Yeah.
agree with it.
So I'm hoping to see that movie also this week. For the new 007, barely anyone watched the movie.
No
but
Time to Die, was it?
yeah,
Yeah, that came
Um,
out months though. So
but
Die.
it's still here. So there's that.
shit.
Okay, I didn't watch the movie, but I did watch the fucking I watched the pitch meeting video for it, so I was like, it's called
Yeah.
007. No Time to Die. Well, that is kind of hard to put in your schedule.
So now that you're talking about Marvels, I did not saw this movie because I have no interest, but I saw the plot, and it's the Eternals. I saw someone exiting the movies crying, and I'm like, is it that bad? Why are you crying of enjoyment?
It was so emotional, man.
I watched a Marvel movie actually this weekend too.
Yeah, and how was it, Tyrone?
The Eternals was. Oh boy, this movie was. Oh god.
It should have been a TV series.
Listen, yeah, honestly, but like that's not even the biggest problem. The Eternals felt so. It felt so
Slow?
uncomfortable. Yeah, it felt so. Oh my god, I felt like the Eternals is the right fucking title for it. It felt like I was there for it in eternity. Jesus Christ.
That means they just captured the film perfectly then.
It's immersive.
Okay, imagine a Marvel movie where there's no comic relief characters at all. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one comic relief character, but every time he cracks a joke, everybody looks at him as if he should have never did that. And then in the third act, the comic relief character just goes, "Yo, I'm bouncing." Like the fuck.
It
Now,
was
I made sure not to be specific so I don't spoil, but god damn.
The Eternals are a group of people
And
that
the
it's
main
really
character-
weird to make a
The
movie
main
about.
character has a personality of 86-year-old bread. Like, I hate it. I hate it. She's hot, though. But I hate it.
Eternals is just a DC movie directed
That's
by
lit-
Zack
actually-
Snyder.
Actually, though, if you get all the heroes together and look at their, like, things go... It is. It's the Justice... Oh, my God. That's why it was so boring. The Justice League. They
With
just
less
tricked
orange.
me. These bitches tricked me. I didn't go to watch the Justice League the first time around, so they're like, all right, we getting your dumb ass. We made it 4 hours long. Nope, not watching it then. Okay. Marvel's Eternals, whatever.
And then the Marvel's logo sticker peels off.
The
and it shows
bitches in
the
Justice League.
I knew it.
It was the Justice League. It was the Justice League flavor, but without the calories.
I just want Shaggy. I just want the Scooby and the gang to take off the mask and go as the Justice League the entire time.
No, it's Justice League with Splenda.
Oh my god! It was really just the Justice League.
You know your movie is mid when you have to compare a Marvel film to the fucking Justice League, bro.
It was the Justice League the whole fucking time.
I will say this. I think that this should have been like a Disney Plus show. Like every Eternal gets an episode, so it's like 10 episodes.
And then like
they
the
had way
big
too many
finale
cast
at the
members.
end.
Yeah, they had way too many cast.
However, that kind of leads to the question: would this movie, as a series, be on the territory of Agents of Shield and Inhumans? That's the concern.
So okay, we're the movie came out on November 5th, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're 24 days in. Can we do like a spoilers section? A short little like spoilers
I kind of
zone?
want to watch it at a point, but
Fuck. Okay,
Sorry.
never mind.
I mean, I can leave if you want.
Never mind. No. We'll tackle it on the next PokePod or something. But
All right.
goddamn, this movie is so fucking like I really wanted to like it too. That's the sad part. And I read the comics. I know the Eternals are hard to work with, but Marvel usually knocks it out of the park for the most part. So it's so rare to see a Marvel movie just feel ugh to me. Like honestly, I could watch every Marvel movie over if I always wanted to. Like if I really was like, oh, I want to watch this one again. The hardest Marvel movie for me to get back into would maybe be Thor's movies.
Except the third one.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
Ragnarok. I mean, but
Yeah,
that's because
Ragnarok,
Ragnarok. That's because Ragnarok kicks off fucking
It's-
Infinity Wars.
Thor
But-
movie. That's the thing.
Right. I mean, and Thor Ragnarok's kind of a Hulk movie too. But like this one, if you were like, yo, you got to go back and watch this one, I'd be like, do I have to?
Yeah, the MCU is a chore. The MCU is a
God,
chore.
I can't. I looked at my clock after I saw the credits, and I was like, wait a minute, 2 hours did not just fucking. This is bullshit. This is not 2 hours. This was. I was expecting. I went in at like 7 something. And after that movie was over, I was like, damn, it's gonna be late. I'm gonna be home at like 11. I look, it's like 9. I'm like, how the fuck? And then I was like, wait, there's an end credit scene. I saw the end credit scene. Wait, there's an end credit scene. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
You should just laugh. You're like, I don't really care. I can look it up later.
I hate when movies do that. Oh, it's not the end credit. It's the mid credit, and then it's the mid credit. Like, come on, just end the fucking movie already. Jesus.
One more thing.
Remember the days in Marvel when Samuel L. Jackson would just walk at the end credit scene and go, "We found him," and then the fucking movie would end.
I remember the days where Marvel movies were good without end credit scenes.
Yeah,
Looking at you, Blade and X-Men.
It was just Samuel L. Jackson going, "We found that motherfucker," and then we could leave.
And then the Marvel logo just shows up, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And the reason that I had to go back, because I was eating, so I had to put my mask down. And I forgot that my mask fell in like the cushion of the goddamn recliner chair that I was sitting in. So I went back. And then I saw the after credit scene.
Oh, you
like,
left thinking that you saw everything.
No. So the credit scene happened. Then the after credit scene happened. The after credit scene happened. And then I left. And then I was like, wait, fuck, my mask is back there. So when I came back to the theater, the credits ended and the after credit scene came on. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that. I forgot about that. Oh my god. But
It's like how people watch Endgame. They can like take a phone call, go to the bathroom, they return just to hear the clanging of the iron. Like that's basically it.
But it was worth it, though.
Yeah. It was a good clang.
Clang out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But
now we have a new trilogy.
yeah, I
because-
was about to talk about that. Good time in there with that bit, girl. So
Yeah.
to explain, Spider-Man No Way Home is actually the last of the trilogy for the Homecoming series, at least. It has been officially confirmed that Spider-Man will be getting a brand new trilogy after the finale of No Way Home. So this is going to be interesting to kind of talk about because they went full and through with this one with producer Amy Pascal, who talked more in regards to the future of Spider-Man, what to look forward to it, and confirming Tom Holland's future as Spider-Man in the MCU.
Be Spider-Man for fucking ever.
So
Deal with it.
at this point, it's been officially confirmed now, in a way, that Spider-Man has more films than any of the OG Avengers and any of the current characters.
I know bullshit, but I get it.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
me
I mean,
too.
let's be
It's
real.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It's
Cash
Spider-Man.
cow. Goddamn cash
Also,
cow.
this is Marvel flexing on Sony. That's what they're doing. I'm
Yeah.
not stupid.
No, it's Marvel and Sony flexing with each other because they had
Flexing
to
with
make
each
the
other.
deal with each other to make this happen.
Whoa, but look how far we've come. You know the wrestle and tussle we've had with Spider-Man as a franchise. We had 3 movies canned, 2 movies canned, 3 movies, and then no, Tom Holland wasn't gonna be Spider-Man for a little bit because of the Sony shit. So it was a fight, a tussle, and Spider-Man just wasn't gonna happen at some point. Y'all made Tom Holland sad. Y'all made him fucking cry. I hope y'all happy with yourselves. And then y'all finally brought him back. Then once y'all brought him back in all his glory and Far From Home, then we got No Way Home. And now he can be Spider-Man forever. What a journey we've been.
There's just one problem.
You know what's going to happen, Tyrone? It's going to be very simple. The guy's going to reach 30, but he's going to portray like a freshman in college. It's the Riverdale effect. Middle-aged people acting as high schoolers. It's going to be like that.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
the
luckily he
Fonz
looks young enough.
The Fonz has been a teenager for like 20 years, so
If the Fonz can do it, then anybody can do it, really. No, but the thing I was saying, though.
I mean, Ash has been 10 for 25 years, so I think. Oh no! Don't make Tom Holland the Ash Ketchum in a live action, please. No,
Oh
come
my
on,
God.
Netflix.
Go ahead, KG.
No, Netflix. No.
Go ahead,
So
KG.
the thing I was gonna say is that Tom Holland came out a while ago in an interview and stated that if I'm gonna still be playing Spider-Man when I'm in my 30s, then I did something wrong. So that was his comment that he made regarding playing Spider-Man throughout the series of Marvel, where he came out and said, if I'm still doing Spider-Man when I'm at 30, then I think I'm doing something wrong. So it makes you kind of question exactly what's happening now.
Well,
Old man Spider-Man.
He's 25 now, so
Yeah, these next 3 films coming out in 5 years now.
yeah. Well, in the end of the day, he most likely is going to make more movies of Uncharted if the first one succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, Uncharted will be very hit or miss. It can be a success or it will be a flop, like Tomb Raider.
This is a sidestep, but I don't know if you guys are into it. As you all know, G4's coming back. And
the TV channel?
It literally starts tomorrow, but it's gonna be on Twitch and YouTube. So obviously they know that they got to keep up with like the current current watching set. Yeah. So they actually posted their schedule. Tuesday 3 they got X Play, and then 4 they got Streamer Squabble, then 5 they got Boosted, then 7 they got Attack of the Show Vibe Check. Okay. And then after that on Wednesday they got Attack of the Show again. From 7 to fucking 4. Jesus Christ. 7 p.m. to 4 p.m. Oh, it's 7 p.m. and 4 p.m. Got it. Okay, on Thursday they got another just regular Attack of the Show. On Friday at 3 and 12 they got X Play. Then 6 p.m. and 3 they got X Play, and then Dungeons and Dragons presents Invitation to Party. So there you go. Excuse me. That was me burping.
Okay. So let's go quick over the interview that came out with
and Morgan Webb. But,
No, Morgan Webb's not in it.
I guess Morgan Webb's not. What? Yeah. Thank God. What do you mean, thank God?
Yes.
Yeah, KG, what the fuck? Morgan Webb's the best part of X Play. KG!
We'll talk about that later.
Anyway, he was hot. That was it, though.
Yeah, I get it. There's controversy. I got you.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just opinions.
Morgan Webb was actually better on the screensavers.
Damn.
That's true.
But to get back into the Spider-Man No Way Home, producer Amy Pascal reveals more about the historic film and confirms Tom Holland's future as Spider-Man. With tickets now on sale for Spider-Man No Way Home, which is going to hit this theaters December 17th, Fandango spoke with producer Amy Pascal, who was not only an integral part of the earlier Spider-Man film franchise in starring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but she also was a key figure in negotiating the game-changing collaboration between Sony Pictures, which owns the film rights for Spider-Man, and Marvel Studios, which make films and TV shows for Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Pascal was quick to confirm that Sony will continue to collaborate with Marvel Studios on Spider-Man movies, and those movies will indeed star Tom Holland. This is not the last movie that we are going to make with Marvel. This is not the last Spider-Man movie, Pascal revealed. We are getting ready to make this next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel. We're thinking of this as 3 films, and now we're going on to the next 3. This is not the last of our MCU movies. Before the next trilogy of films begin for Holland's Spider-Man, he must first contend with a multiversal story that will push the character and test him in ways not yet seen in the previous 2 films. Ahead, Pascal teases the high stakes of the film, the difficult of keeping its massive story and character lineup a secret, and how it fits in alongside Sony's other Marvel movies like Venom and the upcoming Morbius, which is going to hit theaters in January. Wait, that's a movie? I thought that was a TV series. Okay. The producer of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse also teases the next chapter in that Oscar-winning animated series and offers up what it'll take to eventually see a live-action Miles Morales potentially join Tom Holland in an upcoming Spider-Man movie.
It's gonna
So
be the Miles Morales.
yeah, it makes you wonder who it could be. They even talk a little bit about like the actors coming back, and they said, speaking of, was it easy to wrangle all the actors from previous films? Was that a fun pitch to bring to them? You know what? And this is what Amy Pascal says. You know what? If you love what you are doing and you're enthusiastic about it, they all loved playing these characters in the past, and they are not a one of them who was, and there was not a one of them who wasn't. Sign me up, they all said. So, how would you say Tom Holland's Spider Man evolves as a character in this third film? Amy responds by saying, I would say this movie deals with everything. It's about family and love and honor and sacrifice. But it's always centered around the decisions that Spider Man has to make, right? It's always about him being torn between the moment that he's in and the destiny that is in front of him. And that's what he's dealing with in this movie in a really big way. So, yeah, they have more into this. I don't really need to go further alongside it. These are things you can look for yourself on the Fandango site. They talk more about Venom. They talk more about the Into the Spider-Verse as well. You can go and check that out over on their site. But for the most part, though, it is looking to be a very ambitious film that I'm not certain will it succeed or not. Well, that's just something we'll have to wait and find out when the film releases on December 17th. Or for those lucky, at an earlier day as well. So, yeah, the Spider-Man film is going to be a lot of fun, man. I hope.
I have a hunch of what they're trying to do. So, the way that she phrased it, she used the word destiny, and for the Spider-Man fans, Madam Web, the web of life, destiny, fate, whatever. So, most likely, what they're going to do is these Spider-Man movies. They are going to be movies about Spider-Man, but they are not going to be titled Spider-Man because Civil War was Spidey Zero. We got the multiverse, and we're going to get the other one, and that version of the universe is animated, just like the What If series. I have no doubts that they are going to, make a What If season 3. We're going to have the animated, Miles, Gwen, Peter B. Parker, and because of Loki, they're going to become actual humans. Like they're going to merge the cartoon with the real life and say, "Oh, because of the multiverse, this is all canon." So Spider-Man, we can have the Young Avengers, but it's still a Spider-Man movie because he's there. We can have a battle world situation that is still focused on Spider-Man, like the end all be all. I kind of want for Wolf Spider to be the villain in that big finale. heck, No Way Home is a Sinister Six movie, so it's basically it's Spider-Man except it's not. So they're going to utilize former IPs to bring them here without actually having to redo the movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a mess.
Oh shit! I thought you were going like it's going to be great. Not it's gonna be a mess.
It is. It's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a great mess.
It's going to be a great mess because so Tom Holland cannot stand on his own as his own Spider-Man. He has to piggyback on everything else.
Just like any other Spider-Man. Totally.
Far From Home did a good job with him like stepping up.
Yeah. They had to because he was the only one there. Really.
Well, yeah, they really cut a lot of corners to make sure he's the only one there, though.
Yeah, they have to make sure they go to another fucking country. Which I'm kind of surprised there's no heroes over there in that country. Except for, like, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
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 All
I mean,
right,
they had to really, like, he was like, well, what about all these other heroes? And Samuel Jackson's like, off-world. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They made sure to specifically state everybody was busy. Or just
What about
scared
Shang-Chi? Not made yet. Like,
Give it
What
a
about the
year.
X-Men? Who?
The Fantastic Four, they are the quantum realm. God damn.
we don't own them yet.
Wait, like 10 years, maybe, possibly
Possible.
20 years.
What about Disney? Not in the contract.
Shang was an Avenger at the time. That's yes. So now, with that being said, though, Spidey, I'm looking forward to it. The film's gonna be monumental. I like to assume. I mean, it broke records literally with its teaser trailer and its official trailer. So who's to say it's gonna do it again with the actual film release? Hell, it even broke the apps.
That's the thing, KG. Don't get me wrong. The movie it's going to be great. What's coming afterwards? That's very ambitious because so this is the midpoint for Tom Holland, if anything. Like it's the end of the first trilogy, so it's the midpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know exactly what they were doing. Like Iron Man was in phase 1 and 2. Iron Man and Spider-Man were in phase 3, so phase 3 is like the midpoint of this entire convoluted story.
Mhm.
So phase 4 and 5 is just Peter. So it's ends phase 5 and
Well,
something happens
because
to
like
this Peter.
Spider-Man, and let's be honest, Spider-Man sort of is able to thrive on his own without the Avengers. He's been doing it for a bit, even before Tom Holland exists. Spider-Man's a name fucking brand. Like
Because Spider-Man is a comic from 62, the Avengers from 63, so it's like a whole year of issues without Avengers. Like, and Spider-Man did not join them.
hell, even now, Tom Holland Spider-Man's been in more movies than he's been in movies. Like, because he was in Civil War, he was in Infinity War, he was in fucking
Endgame.
what?
Endgame.
He was in Endgame, and then he was in his movies. So he's already been in like 5 movies to date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so before No Way Home, Spider-Man was in 2 Spider-Man movies and 3 others. He was in more other movies than his actual story.
Which now begs the question, I wonder if he'll be in Doctor Strange's film too.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
But not like in the pivotal plot, but like there.
Maybe like a side thing.
I kind of don't want him in Doctor Strange's. That's too much.
I feel like they'll mention him at the very
Yeah,
most
he'll be brought
likely
up.
a post-credit scene, if anything.
I mean, I kind of want this will be Doctor Strange's like first film in a while that's just his. Like, I kind of wanted to either just be him or give him a sidekick or whatever. But don't like.
I think it might reference
he does
kind of
have a character joining him.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be in every guy. Spider-Man doesn't need to be in every movie.
But he's the poster boy of MCU.
Oh, I know he is, but give us some breathing room a little bit. That way, when he comes back, we can be like, "Oh, Spider-Man!"
Remember when he first showed up in Civil War? How everybody was like, "Oh my God, Spider-Man!"
Oh
Your
yeah,
boy Spidey.
yeah. When he stole the shield, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he stole the shield in the trailer and was like, "Oh my God, there he is!" I want
And
that
then in
feeling again.
Avengers Endgame, I'm fairly certain he almost got harassed by Captain Marvel.
Hello, Peter Parker.
Hey, Peter Parker. Ugh.
Like, oh God, no.
I'm too young for this.
Hello, Peter.
You're an adult. You are an adult, Tom.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
10 inches.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's
You guys
not
ever
talk
hear the
about
Ed,
that.
Ed,
You
Ed,
too can sound like a British old woman with reality.
You guys ever heard the
he was holding the Infinity Gauntlet for?
You guys ever hear the Ed, Ed and Eddie thing where Eddie goes, "I'm a minor, stop!" Like, it's just that.
Oh, shit. Whoever said the 10 inches, though.
You did.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
somebody brought it up now, currently.
Oh,
Because
God.
that was a horrible thing to do, connecting the 10 inches with Tom Holland, specifically with today, because the shit that happened on regarding Tom Holland. I'll let you put the pieces together, bro.
Sorry.
Oh, God. Okay, Anyway, that was.
Speaking of length, we're gonna go to now the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about Pokemon.
Shit,
Thank you,
Pokemon.
Spider-Man. And
We're the PokePod. That's right.
yeah, I forgot. We have an
We're
episode
the
to talk
MCU
about.
pod.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Let me get my popcorn.
Yeah. So let's go talk about this recent episode of not PM 2019 because unfortunately there is none. Sadly,
You guys didn't see it?
However, though,
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
we got
Yeah.
something interesting that's gonna happen soon because we actually got our hands on some information regarding an upcoming episode of PM 2019 and it has been officially confirmed that our boy Alistair, if I'm correct, is his name, is going to be happening soon. He's actually going to be in an upcoming episode. So let me read the summary real quick. Satoshi and Go have gone to Shoot City Station to catch a train to Lateral Town in the Galar region. But when they board a train while running after a masked boy that dropped his ticket.
You made that up. Shut the Lateral Town. That was laterable.
Lateral, whatever it was called.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
But while running after a masked boy that dropped his ticket, Satoshi touches the mysterious stone that was left behind in the reserved seat, which turns him into a mean Satoshi. As they move through the cars in search of the masked boy, they discover a lot of Fuwante. Go is cautious, but Satoshi sets the Fuwante loose on Go and explodes with laughter when he sees him run away in fear. Go gets frustrated at how Satoshi calls him a coward and is acting uncharacteristically mean in general, but is also starting to feel suspicious. However, just then, the masked boy appears before them, but immediately afterwards, the train is shaken by an impact. Why does it feel like I'm actually reading the whole episode in the summary?
Yeah, you literally are. What the
I
heck?
feel like, all right, scene 1, Ash, train station.
Scene 2, beat the shit out of Go with balloons.
My
Scene
dick!
3, Scene 3,
We're already
just then the
reviewing it,
masked
man.
boy appears before them.
Hey, AMV fodder. I'm in for it.
Immediately afterwards, the train is shaken by an impact. It turns out that the
It's a
Mikarugi...
Genshin impact.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It turns out that the Mikarugi...
Hey,
Actually, how do you say that?
expect you to tell that,
Mikarugi? The balloon, I assume, that had been sealed inside the keystone Satoshi touched has woken up and is going... Oh, I'm assuming that's the... Spiritomb, yeah, that's the Spiritomb.
Spiritomb.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Spiritomb.
So the Spiritomb that has been sealed up
Oh, they're
inside the
actually paying attention
keystone...
to him.
Satoshi has touched has woken up and is going on a rampage, angrily demanding the return of the ill-natured spirit that has entered Satoshi. Will the group-
Return the slab.
Was this all one episode?
Yeah, this is just one episode. Will
Why the
group
hell
be
is the
able
summary
to-
so long?
Yeah, will the group be able to return the ill-natured spirit to Spiritomb without
Oh, that's
any
the part they don't
trouble
tell us.
arising?
Okay.
Thus
Turn
returning
the
Satoshi
slab.
to normal, yeah.
It's Spiritomb.
Because
the dark and
probably-
ghost, the dark and ghost, dun, 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 the dark and ghost, the dark and
Yeah,
ghost.
because it came. Yeah, because it came from a magazine.
The
So that's why. That's why. It's not like a TV guide thing because TV guide's description is pretty much abridged.
Yeah, here it's just like
Jeez.
you got the first half of the episode pretty much with all
Watch
the
this,
missing
like-
goofball scenes in between.
Watch the magazine shows up for Ash versus Leon, and then it just spoils everything.
Just then, Ash's Pikachu has successfully defeated Leon's Charizard.
But will
now
he
that he has
win the
successfully
championship?
won, however, and then it's just happened.
Leon has a secret weapon, and it's a Gen 9 Pokemon.
Ah, I thought it was a gun. Just then, he pulls out
It's just
a
a
gun.
No, that's what's gonna happen if there's gonna be like a Rasen gun thing.
Yeah, it's like I may be out of Pokemon, however, it pulls out gun. Oh man, so yeah, lots of ghost type Pokemon are gathered in the train. Not just oh Jesus Christ, what are these Japanese names? Fuwante. There's also Nukenin, Yabacha, the Spiritomb, and more. And they make a very small deal about this. Satoshi Gengar will appear as well.
A what?
Satoshi's Gengar. Yeah, you know.
Oh,
you
Ash,
know-
Ash is
yeah,
Gengar. Oh, okay.
it's come out in order to eat the free screen time.
exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into the discussion. That was the synopsis that we got so far for this
Isn't-
one episode. Let that be clear once again. This one episode. This is for the episode 7. What was it?
Maybe.
December 17, I think it was that it was going to be coming out on. Let me just make sure.
Yeah,
again.
so this is going to be episode after the DP special.
Exactly. I keep forgetting that shit's happening this week.
Yes.
I wish I could forget.
This is gonna be one of the weirdest ass specials, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, but I'm looking forward to the shit fest that's gonna happen. But yeah, so it's gonna be happening soon. The Ghost Train Departs is what the name of the episode is called. After that, the next episode, just to quickly tie it in together, because immediately after this Ghost episode with Alistair, the next episode on the 24th, so this is going to be your Christmas gift, ladies and gents, Gengar does its best. The road to Kyodai Max. Satoshi and Go visit the Ghost Gym in Lateral Town in order to make Gengar Kyodai Max. And believe it or not, there they find the masked boy they met on the Go Train, who turns out to be
Did you say the
Onion?
Go Train?
Ghost Train.
Oh, okay.
But his name is Onion. I forgot.
Onion.
Who turns out to be Onion, a boy who serves as the gym leader of the Ghost Gym despite his young age. After
Onion.
going
Yeah,
to the lateral
literally,
stadium,
it's literally called Onion, yeah.
Satoshi and the others attempt to Kyodai Max. However, Gengar remains Daimaxed. When Onion sees this, he tells Satoshi that while Gengar can Daimax, it won't be able to Kyodai Max no matter how hard it tries. However, after Onion tells Satoshi and the others that Gengar will be able to Kyodai Max if it drinks dye soup made from
Max
dye
soup.
mushrooms.
Oh, mushroom shit.
Yeah, they decide to go search for dye mushrooms in a forest where lots of ghost-type Pokemon live. Onion warns them that dye mushrooms are not easy to pick, but Satoshi is full of drive and says he'll definitely get some.
I love
Wait-
onions in my soup.
Wait a minute. So that means we're gonna get some fucking
Isle of Armor?
armor, yeah.
Maybe.
Isle of Armor stuff, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to the gym, so it's like it's Isle of Armor content, but not in the Isle of Armor. It's like the Urshifu.
Yeah, so Onion takes them
Something that
to...
probably should have been in the ice game. Who knows?
Who knows? But Onion takes them to a cemetery in the forest where they immediately find some dye mushrooms. But a
Wow.
Sunnygo, the Galarian form, a Pokemon that's said to curse you if you lick it,
Cursula.
is hiding nearby, looking just like a rock. Satoshi attempts to
Yeah.
get the dye mushroom while holding on to Gengar, but... And then that's it. Also, we learned who's going to be the voice
This is the first
actor.
time you've ever read the notes in full detail like this.
Because I actually
Well-
got like a super notes of it. Like this is the first time we actually got a full summary for it because there's a magazine as TSS stated
Magazine. Yeah, magazine. It's not like I said, it's not a generic
before. TV guide.
TV guide thing where it's very small.
And all of
Wow.
it getting done in 2 episodes.
So yeah, this the first episode they're in the train. The second episode they made it to the gym. They find out that Gengar is able to Dynamax, but for some reason not Gigantamax. So now the plot is going to be having Gengar be able to Gigantamax by looking for the mushrooms that were from the Isle of Armor, but now in the forest nearby a cemetery where they encounter a particular Pokemon that I believe TSS stated was a Cursula. So now I'm not sure where the plot's going to go for that because they just ended it at
I think
that
we
point.
literally know everything now, basically.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen, but we don't know the results of what happens from that episode.
Yeah.
Now, the
Yeah,
last
good.
bit to talk about real quick. This is the main bit. We have learned who is going to be playing Onion in PM 2019. Known as Chiaki Miura, the voice of Onion, or Miura, I think that's how you pronounce it. I was extremely happy when I learned I got cast. I watched the Pocket Monsters TV series ever since I was a child, and I have more memories tied to it than almost any other anime, so I can't believe I'm going to be in it as the Onion-kun. I gave the role my all, knowing that it is an extremely appealing character that lots of people really fell in love with when they
Yes.
played the video game, so he has to be portrayed with extreme care. Onion-kun is so reticent, it seems he's straight up bad at talking to people, which is precisely why I played every single word of his with great care while talking them over with the sound director. I'm looking forward to being able to bring you a new side of Onion Kun you didn't get to see in the video games, and I hope it will make you love him so much more. Please keep an eye on him as he tries his best in his own little way. Message brought by Chiyuki Miura, the voice of Onion. So there you go.
Alistair.
So yeah, Alistair. But I just love that it's Onion.
Yeah, it's onion. Yeah, it's literally
His name's Onion.
Yeah,
the
so
onion. Yeah.
so who exactly? I guess the last thing we should probably look.
Well, it makes sense. This episode's gonna make me cry. I know that for sure.
Oh shit! What? Cry at the potential. Let's take a look real
Tears of
quick.
joy. Tears of joy.
Who exactly is this person? I wish I could find it somewhere here.
She's a new VA. She was the one that voiced the little girl in the Slugma Poketoons episode.
Yeah, and that I remember because I actually looked that up a while ago. And she only had like minor roles in like 3 other anime shows, I believe. And that was really it. So she's really a newcomer to the anime scene. So it's going to be interesting to see how she portrays this character, Onion, in this upcoming 2-parter episode. I will say it is nice to see Onion get like this kind of thing, because Onion was one of the more loved characters from the Galar Gymcast. So to see him get a 2-parter, I guess, is going to be nice. After that, though, I don't think we got any other information of episodes after this one.
Probably because they're gonna take a hiatus once again for New Year's, so we're probably not gonna get. So let's see, we're probably not gonna get another episode until like the 7th of January.
Let's take a look in the calendar. You are actually no, the 7th. Actually no, I looked in the wrong one. The 7th is on a Friday, so yes, you're right. It's the second week of January.
We have the New Year specials and stuff.
Most likely, it's a possibility.
Realistically, I think the New Year's special, last New Year's special that I can remember was in like 2019 when they did when you had Jeff Manning do the fake rocket thing. Which is kind of funny, because I wish they wouldn't have dubbed over Jeff Manning's voice. That would have been so fucking funny. Because we love when Satoshi is referenced to as in like philosophy and shit. That was the fun. That was probably the most fun special. But there's no special announced. Maybe we're gonna get one, but I don't know. I would love it because, well, it gives something to do.
If we don't get a special, we are most likely going to get a preview for the winter episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably gonna get a trailer. Probably the 8th trailer or the 9th trailer of the series at this point.
Yeah, probably.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah, cool. Can't wait.
AJ, are you here?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
No, the stream's still running. That's weird. He's just not there.
He heard New Year's special and he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, like the stream's still live and everything. He's just gone.
Type in the chat, guys, if we're still... Okay, I think we're still here, yeah.
Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, we never left.
Oh, hi,
you
What?
Wait, you
couldn't hear us for a long amount of time.
Oh, no, that's just because I just went away just for a second.
Okay. Like, everything got really quiet, and then we're like...
I was about to say, holy shit, well, you know, Altice doing their French magic again? I'm like...
I was like, no, the stream's still live.
Yeah, I was about to say, we didn't lose any frames or anything. I just thought you guys were in the middle of a conversation and my little brother needed help with something. So I was like, let me go help him out.
Yeah, you just happened to make it towards the end of it, and which shifted to you.
Yeah, no, I said, I'll leave it to you guys to now take it. And so I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
left it to you guys.
And it's clear how well we stood up.
Yeah.
If they get
you
really
guys were so
awkward
fucking
quiet, we're
fast,
like,
bro. What the hell? I gave you guys...
Well, I mean, to be fair, a few of us have done, streams on ourselves and on our own accord, so we know how to engage the audience.
Yeah,
I mean,
the audience
y'all failed though, because you came to ask me.
because it's your channel, Katie.
I was gonna say, we thought that we were gonna move over to your section, but if I want to talk about this, and obviously, yeah, I know people are gonna be throwing fucking trash at me, saying, "Oh, you fucking
It's
yeah,
Tyrone talking.
negative opinions." I just like, I'm sorry, it's 2 episodes, and that's what's fucking with me. Like, if it were 4, I'd be like, cool, 4,
Like a
but
ghost arc.
it's 2. Like, you're putting a lot in 2, my guy. You're putting a lot in 2.
Yeah, like
It
this.
feels like when Journeys is backed against the wall, the most they can rely on is a 2-parter, and I'm just like, this sucks.
Yeah, but to be fair, they're actually improved on the pacing in the last like 5 months. So I'm not too.
When you're more than halfway in a series, and you say we're improving on the pacing, that's bad pacing.
Well, Sun and Moon did it the other way, where they went to the wheel too much with the fucking cocaine shit, and then they fucking toned it down, and it actually was better.
Oh God, I'm gonna defend Sun and Moon.
I
again.
think it's
You're
even a
petty,
problem.
KG.
I will say this.
Sun and Moon very
I
much.
don't even think.
I got
like,
hold on, Koro. Sun
Okay,
and Moon very much gave you this whole setting that Ash was in, where he was on 4 islands and he can essentially do whatever he fucking wants. The show didn't give him an agenda. If he decided to do plot, it was because he literally woke up and decided to do plot.
Yeah.
Then towards the end, they were like, "Oh fuck, yeah, Journeys is coming. Hey, we need a league real fast. How long can we make it? Yes." Like,
Donnie has a point.
What was his point?
He's saying that one, the Necrozma shit I didn't watch. So, and again, like I said, Ash was on an island where he could pretty much do most of what he wanted. Like, and I also caught up with every PokePod where TSS explained in full detail what happened in the episodes. So I got context at least.
Yeah, context. Yeah, but you didn't have to deal with the the comedic timing that I would rather like throw in the fucking garbage.
Like even then,
Like
when
I had to suffer through that shit.
Even then, when I stopped doing the reviews, I made a video explaining why I couldn't do the reviews anymore. Was because the show didn't have an objective.
Yeah.
But that's because the show could afford that because the setting of Alola was a fucking island. Like there was no pressure here. Here we have like we have at least a couple of objectives, and the series literally goes. Sure, it's time we can tackle those now. May
I say something, Tyrone, about this all pacing issue? So,
well, you're gonna have to wait because the stream went down.
Okay.
Liar.
No, it did.
I don't know. I'm not watching. I'm not watching the stream. Like, let's see.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Said there was an error. Maybe let me refresh.
No, it's still going. It's still going.
Okay, it's still going.
Okay. So, in regards to this, two-parter, as stated before, it's short-lived. Like Lycanroc had 4 episodes just in Ula Ula. Gengar gets to it's the road to Gigantamax. So there's a lot of semantics because the show and even episode titles, they like to white lies in the titles. So the road to doesn't mean the training or the mastery. It's just the stepping stone. It's just the beginning. Because Ash isn't even in Galar all of the time to train Gigantamax all the time. They want to make the Max Mushrooms and Soup subplot to make the form feel earned and not just something from the get-go. I understand that, but this is how you get a power-up by eating soup? Do we have to go to Galar? Do we have to go to Galar just to have a culinary show? We got the cakes with all creamy. We got the scones with the naked. Where are the naked at? So here's the thing: in the synopsis or in the magazine, whatever, Ash and they go to Winden and they enter a train to Stow Inside because Alistair lost his ticket. So they are just going to Stow Inside to help Alistair with the ticket. Why were they even in Winden to begin with? Doesn't matter. They are backtracking to Stow Inside. We went to Balloonly and the Gleamwood Tangle, and then we went to Mega Island and Johto just because, and then they went back to Galar. Sinnoh is there, so they need to promote, and they are backtracking to Galar again. It's not a issue of pacing, it's an issue of story placement. would it make more sense if Ash went to Galar, talked with Opal, trained with Opal, got the mushrooms in the jungle, maybe Chloe remeets Ponyta, whatever, they train Gengar in Opal's gym, and Ash defeats B with his own Gigantamax Pokemon instead of having Mega Lucario just, being overpowered just for the sake of it. This could have been like a 5 episode arc. Journeys doesn't know the concept of arc. It's just two parters, two parters, two parters. They make a whole deal about the Zacian and Zamazenta stuff last year. And we haven't seen Sonia and Magnolia for an entire year, so am I happy to see Alistair? Yeah, but the moment that I have to, be happy for seeing the characters of the current generation, and I know for a fact that this Alistair will not be as engaging as the Alistair that I saw in Twilight Wings for like 6 to 7 minutes, it feels super shallow, at least personally. We are going to see a lot of ghost Pokemon, so that's interesting. We're going to see, Galarian Corsola, maybe it becomes a Cursula. Maybe we'll get to see a Runerigas. I actually want to see that Pokemon. We got the Sinistea, maybe also a Poltegeist. And we see that Alistair is the gym leader of Stow Inside, but the gym has still the colors of B. So this kind of proves my old theory of Alistair takes care of B's gym when she's not around. Granted, they don't use, the changing of colors with holograms. It feels stupid because the gyms have, force fields. So technology, it's iffy in the world. But
They should change it.
yeah, so Alistair's just here because, because he has a Gigantamax Gengar in the games and everyone is overhyping. I want a mirror match. I want a mirror match. No, you don't. Shut up. If you see a mirror match, that just underplays, Ash's Gengar to Alistair's. It removes the uniqueness. See Alistair in the Hyper Class. Do you want for Ash to use a gimmick of Galar against a weaker opponent than B? That just underplays B and everything that the rivalry stood for. Alistair in 2 episodes, it's no different from you seeing Riley in the Iron Island. Granted, Riley is more memorable.
Yeah, I understand. Like, you know what my big issue is? My big issue with this whole situation is that it's not about the fact that Gengar is going to get this big thing and he's going to get the development and all that. My big issue is I already know he's going to win.
Yeah.
That's the issue. There's no build up. There's no suspense because I know, given how the storytelling of Journeys has been, it's always been this way, where they do get a power up or they bring a power up, and it ultimately leads them to victory. At first, I was silent about that.
It's what Terrell said. The 3 T's of Journeys: trouble, training, triumph. The ghost train, trouble. This one with the mushrooms,
Carl,
training.
let him finish.
I was gonna say, the Tronic brings up a good point though. Tronic says he does deserve a window. You are right, and it's gonna be a win he's going to get, and he's gonna get the development. But like, you lose the value of like the moment that's supposed to make it defining. It's supposed to be just to see the growth and to feel the suspense of that moment. You're supposed to feel the suspense. You're supposed to think, oh shit, he's not gonna win, or maybe he's gonna make a pull back or something. But it's like, with the way the series has been built upon, you know for a fact Gengar is just gonna come out winning. It's the real ones that are the kind of mixed bag are the 2 other mons that are gonna be with Gengar. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose that one? Those are the real concerning ones to think about, not the Gengar, because you already know Gengar is going to come out winning in that fight. And that's what I'm concerned about. It's more so
Ash being invincible kind of makes all of the power-ups superfluous.
That's the thing. It's because, like, first of all, let's look. The Pikachu versus Electivire fight. He won with the Z-Ring. Why? They had an episode beforehand focused on Z-Ring.
That win is funky as shit.
Yeah, that's still very controversial to talk about even now. And then the second one, what happened? Lucario got a couple of episodes actually to lead to the Mega Evolution, to then skip out on the training of the Mega Evolution, to then show it in the fight with it just appearing from off screen, land a stone, to then have a fight with the Gigantamax Gengar, or not Gengar, Machamp, and then coming out on top.
That fight's
Like
funky as
we
shit.
knew, like I'll be real with you, that fight we all knew he was gonna win. It was a matter of what the other mods were gonna be and what their role. You know, people were more excited about that Surfetch than they were for the Lucario because everybody knew Lucario was gonna win. So instead, we were more focused if
Oh, what
Surfetch
happened
was
with
gonna win.
that?
I actually blame. Well, we have mentioned this. It's kind of a blessing and a curse. Since PM 2019 has actually gained more mainstream media attention, it has kind of also made it more predictable.
Yes.
Because you have to remember that. Okay, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time about 12 years. Since about the time the digital cap started existing. It was more thrilling back then because we didn't have all of the crazy social media leaks or like crazy amounts of coverage for the series itself. You would be lucky if you would get maybe people weren't even sharing not even magazine scans, but TV Guide synopsises up until I would say X and Y era. So even back in those days, you didn't have kind of like the whole plot summary in front of you like this, but it's because of the improved media attention that this series has become. I mean, you have freaking articles written like in Anipada and freaking Posh magazine. You have all of this mainstream attention, and because of that, and of course how social media and the internet is now, it kind of kills the anticipation.
Say
I
TSS is right to a degree.
I
And I
want to
say that
also.
because
Oh, sorry, Tara.
no, and I say that because I can give like I can give a fight example from XYZ, which was Sawyer's. Obviously, we know Ash has to win that fight. He has to. But goddamn, they did a really good job leading up to it because the last fight that Ash and Greninja had against Sawyer and Sceptile, he lost. And not only did he lose, Sawyer watched Ash's gym fight with Wolfric, and he lost that one too. So at this point, as far as Sawyer knows, Ash is on a losing streak. The audience thinks he's on a losing streak. It's not until he makes his comeback that clearly he's going to beat Sawyer in the league, but the fight to get there feels so gripping because it's so on edge.
It earned its road
It
to that.
earned it, right? Also, we also know
what
sometimes Ash can randomly lose shit, so we had to be a little worried there for a second. But
Sawyer had to Mega Evolve to be on par. Even in the Wolfric battle, like every battle in X and Y, you see the versus card. In the first match of Wolfric, you don't see the versus card. Why? Because Ash's attention was elsewhere to impress Sawyer. Like Ash being the figurehead and the leader of the group was his downfall. That's his whole character in X and Y. But nah, people don't understand that.
But yeah,
They
so
just-
but
they
I
hate on
will
Carlos
say,
after Carlos said that.
obviously TSS is right to a degree because there are a lot of scans that obviously hint out like this is going to be the character development for this particular Pokemon. But at the exact same time, a good series is able to balance that out in a way to where, oh, you can see some unexpected shit happen. Hell, even with Sun and Moon's fucking battle, we knew like Ash more than likely either had to beat Guzma or had to beat freaking Gladian. But the way they did it still like made you wonder, oh, how is this going to happen exactly? I mean, except that Lycanroc fight. I hate that fight. I'm sorry.
The counter to
I'm
counter.
yeah, counter to counter is the dumbest fight I've ever seen in my actual life. But still, it led you in to go in and go, oh, and then to keep the secret for Ash and Kukui's fight, you know, like, Torracat fights Incineroar a lot. They're rivals. But the way that fight goes down, you see that Ash and Kukui both switch Incineroar and Torracat out in the middle of the fight. They end up having multiple bouts. They end up coming out and fighting different Pokemon at some point. They come back and fight each other. They both use their Z moves at the exact same time. Like, we see so many like back and forths between them in that fight. It's a long fight, but it's satisfying because because we get so much to like take in. Whereas here, this is 2 episodes to give us basically a very an unwrapped package of Gengar's victory, which we, like KG
Which he's
said,
not
we
even
know
getting a
it.
victory in this episode. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's like we know it's gonna happen, but that's only because at this point it has to happen. Gengar's gotten his ass whooped so many times. The show has pretty much shifted towards his favor. He has to win now. He has no other options.
And he wins just with the aid of a power-up, not by
You
himself.
want to know what I think it's really reminiscent of? You know how when Ash would go to all the leagues and lose, and then after the Kalos League he lost but he was runner-up, he was in second place. So Alola put Ash in a position where he had no choice but to win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what's happening to Gengar, actually.
Yeah, he's put in such a weird ass position.
The other issue I want to say also is that people since we have more people from different generations now, the generation gaps are kind of like, especially on social media, the generation gaps are even more pronounced now. Mm-hmm. The problem is now, the reason why we're so divided is because we have people from who have been in the scene like myself for over 15 plus years, and you have the people that are in between. My biggest problem is, it's like, no matter what the fuck happens, you cannot please everyone. So there's going to be, and the other thing is that we're in a society now where people don't respect, like, people just fucking don't respect other people's opinions anymore. We're at the point now where if you say something 1 millimeter fucking off, then that means that you're gonna fucking hear an earful for about fucking 2 hours. See, that's the problem. And the problem is people cannot control their anger and understand that, you know, people have their own viewpoints about everything. Sure. It's like, well, I'll tell you, like I've said, I don't give a fuck about Marvel or MCU, but I am not going to stand here for fucking 45 minutes and complain to you about it, because I'm a better person than that, and people should understand.
And on the exact same realm, TSS said he doesn't care about Marvel. We didn't sit there and go, how the fuck dare you not care about Marvel? What are you, stupid? It's the longest running. Like, no, certain people don't watch Marvel. I get it.
And that's respectable.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know, we prefer to be nice over being right. Online, people just want to be right. It's an unsocial media.
Yeah, and that's why the only thing I post on my Twitter is just happy shit. Like, I don't need to start a fight. Like if you go online just to start a fight, maybe you should actually question what the fuck you're doing with your life.
Oh yeah, because I'll even tell you an example from a while ago. I think it was either yesterday or today. I can't remember, but somebody made the post about the Gengar thing and was like, I think Gengar might be my favorite Pokemon after these 2 episodes. And I said, if all now I wasn't attacking him, I was just sort of going in general.
Yeah, of course.
I made the comment. I said, if it only takes 2 episodes to change an entire opinion about a Pokemon based on a series that's already 90-something episodes long, that's bad development for the character. That's it. That's all I said. I said that. And immediately I get attacked with, well, that's stupid. Who asked your opinion anyway? And I'm like, I didn't comment back. But if I'm not mistaken,
you know what's funny? That person deleted the reply afterwards.
Okay, but if I'm not mistaken, the comment section is a section in the internet that allows you to, now hear me out now, comment.
Let's not be reckless there, buddy.
Hey, Tyrone, not on Twitter. The comment section is the private quote retweets. That's the real comment section.
But I thought
it's like that blocking.
I thought the comment section allowed me to, and hear me out, y'all, comment.
Oh my god.
The biggest problem, I'll tell you exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, though, people don't understand the difference between commenting to respond to the piece of work versus the actual person.
Right.
People don't know the line between that. Somehow in I want to say mid 2010s, people started to kind of blur the lines, and that's why people are in fucking trouble now, because they don't understand that there is a fine line between talking about the content itself versus the person who posted it. And the problem is people don't understand. People can't get into their fucking brain that's two completely different things.
But that's just how the way the media works nowadays.
Yeah,
man.
the moment the moment someone posted something, you are bound to get replies. Some you enjoy, some you don't. If you don't like the reply you got, so why the hell did you post it to begin with? Like,
I have a story. So you remember the Pikachu Explorer episode? I think it was like SM94 or something like that, and it was like the one where was the one where I said it would look like the Scooby-Doo face.
Yes.
And it got a lot of attention. I think it got like 9,000 likes or something like that. And I said, if you want to hear a perspective from a veteran, a Pokemon veteran, you could follow me. And then one probably like 15-year-old kid or something is like, I am a young veteran, fool. Like I don't even fucking I don't even fucking know. I'm a young seasoned veteran. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck?
Be both,
you're
man.
young and you're Ash. You're 10 years old or 20 years old.
There you go. Yeah, he's
I'm a 10-year-old with the 50-year-old brain, bro. You can't compete with me.
Yeah. I should actually probably find it, because I could probably find it.
Oh, Coral, you're right. The comment did get deleted. Holy shit! I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
someone should have screen capped that shit.
A young veteran most likely means, I started in Best Wishes or something.
KG, did Luigi win by doing absolutely nothing?
In your situation, yes.
Yeah, I want to clarify something. So normally when replies or comments or anything, or even retweets of stuff I say, if it's replied with negative stuff, I usually ignore it.
Yeah.
But I ignore it not because I'm avoiding a fight. I ignore it because I sometimes fucking forget and don't even look at my phone. So for hours at a time, I don't even know something's happened until I look and see like 25 fucking notifications. And then I'm like, shit. And then even then, at that point, I'm reading it, and I'm like, I'm not responding to this shit.
It's already 10 hours. It's too late to respond.
I remember, I won't get into specifics because it was so long ago, it doesn't matter. But I remember I made a reply to a comment, to a tweet. And then hours later, Polly texts me. She goes, Tyrone, are you okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? The thing on Twitter. What are you talking about? Your response on Twitter got so many negative things. I'm like, it did? I look back, I go, oh.
But that's Polly. She's more worried about it than you are.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
No, but that was the point. She was more worried about it than me. I'm just like,
just go on.
Yeah, the way I responded threw her off so much. I was like, well, shit happens, I guess. And then this is how you can tell the age range.
Tyrone, just like me, have the kind of like the Kurt Vonnegut.
This is how you can tell the age range. This is how you can tell
goes.
And this is how you can tell our age range. She was so taken back by my nonchalantness of the fire that happened on my Twitter notification. Literally, I'm over here. You know that meme, KG, with Gotenks in Dragon Ball Z when he's holding up the two peace signs while there's an explosion in the back?
Yes.
Literally, it's me replying with something fucked up that I didn't know. The Twitter comment section behind me. That was literally the situation.
Like you were just there like me, and then the explosion. That tweet I sent 12 hours ago.
Exactly. And I did not know it was gonna get that bad. But the only reason I didn't know that was because I was oblivious. I literally played. I was unaware. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, it matters just as much as when I was unaware. My day didn't stop when I was unaware of it. Now I'm aware of it. I should just keep that same energy. Fuck it.
Yeah, just the fuck you energy.
Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like the whole Into the Void meme kind of thing.
Like what happens if you say something bad on Twitter long enough? Do the Twitter ninjas find where you live and just beat your ass? Like I don't.
Well, depends on how big you
Well,
are. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, those motherfuckers can dox people in like 5 seconds
They
flat.
will
That's what
not hesitate to dox your ass,
Yeah.
bro.
But apparently it wasn't bad enough to get me canceled or anything. I just wound up saying
No. See, that's the
No.
thing of social media. You did get canceled at that moment, but because
At
social
that
media
moment.
tends to forget things after 2 weeks, you kind of just were just
Twitter people are kind of like goldfish.
Exactly.
Oh.
The snack that don't smile back, sadly.
Or the ones that decide to fucking eat other fish because fuck it.
Yeah, and let me tackle something. Let me tackle something too, because TSS brought up a good point.
All good.
When you have opinions, obviously you have opinions. There is nothing wrong with putting your opinions up to the test against someone else's in a and take this word seriously now, healthy debate.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with that. I have always looked back on all of the debates that TSS and I have had since Journeys fucking started. Which, to be honest, we didn't have a lot of at the beginning. Actually, I'm very surprised. As soon as we got to that middle shit. Anyway, we never insulted each other. Like we never. I mean, we'll make jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Like the caramelized onions and all that bullshit. But we never sat and was like, TSS, you're fucking stupid. Like I never said that. I never once ever called him out of his name or called him anything. I think the furthest it's ever gone is, are you fucking insane? But that's Terrell. So like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it never got to like a point where I'm insulting this man's intelligence or taking it on Twitter and going, this man said this on the pod and blah blah blah. Like I'm not carrying this shit. I trust you. I'm not.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't, then you have to take you out.
I'm not. Yeah, I was like, I'm not carrying this shit over off the pod and going, I'm gonna hold this feud forever. No, it's not even.
No,
it's literally just.
not.
It's literally just. I don't agree with what you're saying, bro.
Well, yeah, it's different. Well, it's the whole thing. It's different mindsets, different ideals, and that's what we look at.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. The problem is, I would say the fandom started to become more toxic. The first part was after Advanced Generation, and the second one was after. Well, Best Wishes to DP to Best Wishes. That was a fucking one. Ooh. And then we have Best Wishes to XY, and then like every generational shift after DP has gotten worse and worse. Especially now that we're talking about that, you have to remember now, folks, it's been fucking 10 years since Best Wishes. Like over 10, like 11 years actually, because 2010.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember that there are people younger. I'm fucking 33 years old. I've been doing this shit a long
veteran TSS.
I'm fucking out here fucking old and shit. And then you got other people that have just literally like started growing up, maybe in the Best Wishes era. You know, people that
era, basically.
Yeah. Basically people with date of birth starting with 2000. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking old. But no, but the whole point is then you have other the problem is you have the younger people generation where they have a very specific set of mindset versus the older people which are more flexible. I feel that people's minds have become less flexible as time has gone on. So I mean, that's what I think. That's the kind of thing that I noticed, because if people had flexible minds and actually like really dug deep into, you know, both issues, you know, on both sides of the table in terms of like the fandom. Really, I mean, to be fair, there's like fucking 6 or 7 different sides of the table, so it's like a fucking almost an octagon at this fucking point. Then maybe the world will be in harmony, but of course not, because dumpster fire means attention, and attention is good.
Okay, so for a moment,
yeah, right.
I had a dumb moment. The comment section right now is saying ads. My brain decided, hey, Tyrone, add to this shit. It'll be funny. And I was like, no, what? That spells AIDS if you do that.
AIDS.
Omnic was like, AIDS. I'm like, what? No.
Also, I have something on my notes about the actual synopsis for the episodes
Sure.
about the Gengar. So going back to the actual topic and before we end this, so there is because of I talked about the Lycanroc, right? Lycanroc had like 4 episodes in Ula Ula,
Right.
and there are several characters in the past that only show up in like 2 episodes. I give the example of Riley. Even in Alola, we got Ryuki, right? We got the Mali City 2-part. We got Ryuki in the Cantonian gym. There is one thing that I actually consider about the growth of characters, especially Pokemon, because newsflash, Pokemon are characters. Who would have fucking guessed? About continuous growth, and with Ashes and Journeys, sadly, because of the episodic nature and the narrative structure of the show, it's more sporadic. It's like instead of doing like a puzzle like piece by piece, you just gather 2 pieces and put them to the side, and when it matters, that's when you're going to put it in the overall big puzzle. That's how the development of Ash's Pokemon, at least to me, it's looking like. And let's focus on Farfetch today. Let's focus on Lucario today. Let's focus on Gengar today. However, even in the previous series, Sun and Moon, many Pokemon, they got development when it was not their time. Rowlet learned Razor Leaf thanks to Tapu Bulu in the episode about Lycanroc. In the double battle against Ryuki, Rowlet formed a bigger brotherly bond with Meltan by KOing the 2 dragons with Brave Bird. So it was Rowlet got stuff in Lycanroc's arc, and also in the visit to Mali City, it was not even his focus to have. Now with this episode, these two next episodes, we are going to see several ghost Pokemon, which I do appreciate, and we're going to see ghost Pokemon from Galar, so points to that. Ash being very mean and joking around with ghosts, like I kind of want for the Spiritomb to be to give a little bit of Ash's old edge, like the Ash, like instead of being like the pyramid spirit from the Regirock Brandon battle, like this Spiritomb is making Ash like his AG or DP self, like this Ash has edge, and I'm like, that's just the old Ash. Like I want for them to do something around it, but just the sheer fact that I have to hope for the norm back in the day, that alone says a lot. We are going to see Spiritomb. We haven't seen only Spiritomb once, right? In Diamond and Pearl, in the Hollow Tower. So I kind of want for this is just a personal want. I kind of want for this Spiritomb to be a shiny, because like just seeing a Spiritomb again, it doesn't feel as much. I want some, like as Tyrone says, variety is the spice of life. I want to see a shiny Spiritomb. Like most likely the scenario is going to capture Drifloon and nothing else, just a random Drifloon. And Spiritomb nowadays, he only has one weakness, and that's Fairy. So I have no doubts, or at least I don't want to have doubts. I want for this to happen. I want for Ash's Gengar to learn Dazzling Gleam by battling this set Spiritomb. If it will happen, only time will tell. We are going to see it Shedinja. The last time, like Shedinja has been like a Pokemon that appears like oftenly, like 2 times, but Shedinja's debut was in another 2-parter, and that was the return of Misty, because the guy who wanted Misty's Togepi had a Shedinja. So people want character returns, and I'm like, you did not learn shit from Misty now, didn't you? She didn't gain anything. On the contrary.
That's Kuro, by the way, not me.
So yeah, that's just it. Like this is just like what I had in the end of my notes. I don't have much else to add. Like when it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
I want to
basically.
make a comment. I want to make a comment because I didn't really talk about this. What I really want from this episode, first of all, AMV fodder. That's gonna be one of the things that I want, especially from the, Satoshi getting angry. That's gonna make some good stuff. If they do it, I mean, I would imagine it's just going to be like probably first part is going to be maybe the whole train thing, and the second part is going to be the whole Alistair and finding him, and then maybe they'll be on the way to the gym, and then they will end it. The whole thing is that we don't know, we know that point A to point B is going to be there, but how will they do it now? As we have seen, lately, they do know how to make an encompassing and very emotional story. So I'm hoping that combined with Miura's performance here, hopefully it will just be a very, a very, well, I wouldn't want to say exciting, but at least a very compelling
Yeah.
story from start to finish. And I have no doubts that it will be. My question is, will they? Well, I mean, they say a cemetery, so I'm wondering. I mean, there is no other cemetery other than Isle of Armor, so maybe that's a hint to maybe they actually go there. But I don't know if they if they do have that in that case, then I
There
would
is
be happy. I'll
there
be
is
happy about
also
that.
there is also like the most likely scenario is that anime exclusive cemetery in the outskirts of Glimwood Tangle. There is also a cemetery in the Crown Tundra because you need to put the
Yes.
shade carrots for Spectrier, and I
Yes, that's
want
true.
yeah, and I wanted that for Alistair and Melanie because they are the Shield gym leaders. So if Go allied with Zamazenta, wouldn't it make more sense for in the Crown Tundra,
Yeah,
Melanie
Crown
and
Tundra. Yeah.
Alistair being the ones to help Go with the Ice Steed and the Ghost Steed? But that's just me.
That's
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 enough.
going to be another. That's another. That's going
Yeah,
to be
that's something
another thing.
all different altogether.
Yeah,
They're doing more than the show's doing, Koro.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
especially
my
when you realize that we're about to enter the final year potentially for JM.
it's
Also, I wanted to
it's my
comment on
curse.
this a while ago. B and Alistair have the same gym. What happens?
No, nothing. Like Kurt brought it up. Like they don't even change the color. Like whenever B's not
When
around, I guess Alistair just takes that position.
when B I was thinking in my brain when B loses, they just had like a construction truck on site ready to just take our shit
They
down. All
just
right, break it
smash the
down.
fucking fist gym
Oh,
bench.
but TSS, as you were stating about the compelling side of the story. So journeys they have this magic quote unquote of making us care for characters of the day in just one episode. Case in point, Regina, right?
Yeah.
So in the Pokédex entry for Gigantamax Gengar, and they even showed this in the manga, the mouth portal, it's a portal to the afterlife, and you can hear the voice of your familiar deceased. So who knows what
They're not gonna do anything with that, Koro.
You mean
yeah.
Stanlin's coming back? Oh my
No, they're not doing anything with that. Stop it.
god! I
sorry
mean
for
that would be compelling.
Time to
I'm
write.
sorry.
Time to write.
I'm-
Time to write.
I'm sorry
That's a
for giving you
Pokedex
hope,
entry used to
Tyrone.
make things interesting. It also says Raichu can knock out an Indian elephant. I haven't seen any Indian fucking elephants in Pokemon.
Yet.
Yet
Yes.
Copperage exists. What the hell?
that's not
Yeah,
from
that's not an
India.
Indian elephant.
That's a Galarian. Get it together, buddy. You need the Indian variant.
We're going to India next, guys.
Oh,
Gen
no,
9.
not
Time to buy your fucking Xiaomi phones and
Yeah. So overall, I think it's an interesting discussion to think about regarding Gengar's
Yeah.
development. I did wanted to bring up something a while ago during the discussion of like how characters and Pokemon tend to get development, and I see a lot of people bring up the Lycanroc, but I don't think people bring up the one thing about Lycanroc and what I believe was what to me
I
personally.
didn't
And I
want to be dirty that one time.
no, I'll get to that in a minute. I want to bring a particular aspect of Lycanroc's character that I think was what handled it beautifully throughout the series. It was never like how it is with Gengar, where we know there's just 2 episodes coming in and he's going to learn his new move. You know what I mean? So let's take a second to just talk about that real quick. And let's begin with the gym battle. Well, not the gym battle, but the battle against the Akala Island Grand Trial against Olivia. Her, I believe it was a Lycanroc and a Probopass. that was the episode that initiated an issue regarding Ash's Rockruff at the time, acting a bit aggressive to the point that he even knocked out a Pokemon from his own team, which was Rowlet at the time. That became a plot point that you would think, because like with Jay and right now, like how it's done normally in 2 episodes, you would think that in the evolution, when he gets into it in the following episode, that would be when his aggression would just sort of dwindle down and leave the character, and now he's back to who he wants to be, now fully evolved into the Dusk form Lycanroc, correct? However, they follow this up in the following episode, or at least later down the road, where you then, and this is the one you bring up, Tyrone, where he gets dirty. You would think at that point that that's supposed to mean something very joke-wise, but they actually make it a significant deal when you actually begin to learn the reasoning as to why this character has this aggression to begin with that carries out throughout 40 episodes to the upcoming fight with Nanu. And then you find out in that Nanu fight that he gets aggressive, and Nanu plays with that emotion and uses it to his advantage to defeat said Lycanroc. And that's when Ash and Lycanroc work together to try to overcome this said aggression at a later point, which you brought beforehand with the Tapu Bulu. And then you would think at that point, okay, now that we've encountered the Tapu Bulu, we've learned about, how to calm the Pokemon down. Ash and Lycanroc, they took that moment together to look each other in the eyes and finally come to a calming point. And you would think that would finally be the pivotal moment when that would finally stop from Lycanroc, at least in regards to controlling the anger and whatnot. And then the fight happens, the 3v1. And yet that plot point still persists in that, but not in the way you expected. It turns out that it wasn't only just Lycanroc that was in this situation. It was Ash's character at that point too. And that's what I loved about the storytelling in the series of Sun and Moon. I love that something that should feel like would be done in 2 episodes in JN, they made sure to extend it in a way that works with the character, the setting, and of course the surrounding area regarding the Pokemon and the trainer. That anger issue was a pivotal point for Lycanroc's character, even as a Rockruff going into Lycanroc. That's what I loved about his character, and that's what I loved about a lot of the Sun and Moon cast. I loved how they portrayed this storytelling for each individual. That's why I always state in Sun and Moon, there is no ace in Ash's team, because they all are characters. They all became main characters in Sun and Moon. And Lycanroc is no different from any of the others. I just wanted to pinpoint Lycanroc because everybody was talking about the Pokemon at the time, and I wanted to bring up a particular thing that not many were discussing at this point, which I think was what I mentioned now regarding his aggression. At least that's what I feel anyway. That's just, and at the end of the day, that's just simply my point of view. That's how everybody views it.
KG, in the end, that's because, Lycanroc's evolution was not his end. It was his beginning. Same goes for, debatably, Ash's Charizard. They want to do the same for Inteleon because of the trial missions, but it doesn't stick the landing. But I know there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, who would have guessed? But because Lycanroc, he gave Ash the champion title. Yeah. He lost to Kukui, but he already got a win. Every of Ash's Pokemon get a win on Kukui. And then, that's what makes the battle, at least for me, better than Ash versus Paul, because it's Infernape's time, but Infernape gets 3 wins. Staraptor and Torterra, poor dudes.
Now here's the thing as well regarding the fight. I'll bring it up because it is, unfortunately Lycanroc did lose that. He didn't really get a W in that fight. But there was one major aspect about that fight that I appreciated so much. And that was that a lot of the Pokemon that were in Ash's side all worked together to take down that Incineroar. Lycanroc did damage to that Incineroar. Melmetal did damage to that Incineroar. All of the Pokemon worked together to try to take down that Incineroar while they were being swapped left and right. And that's what I appreciated about that fight, because yes, it was Torracat's story, but he's not alone. He has his
Yeah,
partners to lead to that victory. It felt
it's
more like a team effort at that point,
yeah,
which then led to the finale of the Pikachu versus Tapu Koko, which that turned from a story from everyone into a story for him and Ash. Which is why I love the storytelling of that battle, because they knew where to wrap up a particular story and open the gate for the final one to finally show up at the
yeah.
end. And it
Like
was
all
from a story from
Ash's
episode 1 to that moment.
Ash's team is basically, they are the definition of the five-man band. Pikachu is the captain. Lycanroc, it's the Lancer.
Hmm.
Rowlet is a tactician. Lycanroc, it's the brain. No, not the brain, the brawn. So he's the powerhouse. Melmetal and Naganado, they can interchange from the heart to the wild card, but it kind of pays off in the end because Lycanroc, he lost to Braviary. That's basically the second in command of Kukui's team because it's the Pokemon that we see Kukui using when he's not in the Masked Royal, persona. So,
Hmm.
so Ash was battling Masked Royal, but it's Kukui, but Kukui's ace, it's the different ace of Masked Royal, if that makes any sense. So, Lycanroc damaged Braviary, but who was the one that actually defeated Braviary? It was Rowlet, the Pokemon that he had issues with in the beginning of that arc in Akala Island. So, it all comes together, question mark?
Yeah, no, that's just how it is. There's a lot of ways you can play with that story. It all depends on you, really. At the end of the day, I think that's the beauty of storytelling, is that nobody has two right answers. You know what I mean? Everybody views
Mm-hmm.
things differently. Everybody sees things in a different perspective. And that's why some of us enjoy the series we're in right now, some of us don't, or some of us are in mids, and that's just how it was always with every generation beforehand. We see
Yes.
things in different aspects, and then we come here to talk about it. Not everyone is going to see the same thing at the same height and level as the other.
Yeah,
There
because
will
then it'll be
always be
fucking
certain
boring.
aspects. Exactly. There will always be certain
Mm-hmm.
aspects other people have more appeal towards to. Some love the
I
animation, other loves the themes, other loves the storytelling, other love the character dynamics, other love the music, etc. There will always be different layers to what
mhm.
makes a series so enjoyable for people than most others. And I think that's why I always love these discussions, because at the end of the day, there's really no right answer. Me
Mhm.
liking journeys or not, there's nothing right or
I,
wrong about that. That can be
I,
applied to everybody here.
I,
Yeah.
But we just
yeah,
come here to talk about it because we can. We can.
yeah.
Yeah.
We talk.
I will say this. I enjoy the show's potential. Sadly, I care more about this than I'm not saying the actual writers because the writers they pulled that effort. It's more the executives' fault, if anything, because um, the the guy who was running that he got promoted, but whatever. Stories aside, if anything, Journeys makes me appreciate Alola a lot more because I was not a fan of Alola when Alola aired. I only appreciated when it was ending. Like, oh man, what the hell? But that's because I was still in my X and Y phase. I will say that much. But Alola grew on me, and there is one aspect of Alola that I kinda miss on in terms of Journeys, and that's the character of Mallow. So I like when a character has several Pokemon to work around. Mallow only had one, and that was Serena. But the character of Mallow being like, the mom of the group and the bond that she had with Serena, it felt that Mallow was a Digimon protagonist in a Pokemon series because she only had one partner. Go has 90 of them, and he has zero to no chemistry to any of his current Pokemon.
I never really looked at it from the Digimon perspective. Now thinking about it.
Yeah, now you see, perspectives, right? So yeah, Malo felt like a Digimon character in a Pokemon series.
Mm.
I will say though, there is one thing I do appreciate, and this is a little nice nod to something. It has nothing to do with the conversation we're having right now, but I did like this little bit because at that moment when you watch it first premiere, you don't realize the significance of it until 70 episodes later. So there's a scene In one of the episodes, I think it's the Parents' Day episode, when Ash's mother comes for the first time to Alola after the vacation time to go and see how Satoshi's doing in school. And this is when we get introduced to like all the parents of the Sun and Moon cast, at least the
Yeah,
majority
yeah,
of them
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, that's SM24, the one that
Yes.
the one where if you want to see the data broadcast from that, you can go on PocketMonsters.net and go to SM1, and you have that video there, and I take you through the data broadcast for SM24 because I was there.
Yeah, so what made it interesting for me with that scene um, is that there were these two little girls, of course, they're being of Lana's sisters, who were running around. And you
Scooter,
see them
scooter.
get caught by their mother, right? Lifts them up and then walks away. But it's not that scene I wanted you to focus on. It was the fact that I wanted you to pay attention to the background because you see everybody else with like a smile on their face and Lana with her more so like very angsty face because she's like obviously kind of questioning what the hell the girls are doing. But then there's Mallow, who doesn't have like any real emotion, but she looks sad.
Yeah.
But you don't know why at that time when that episode first aired. Another example is the episode when the starters were also away from their trainers because they got into a balloon and they flew the fuck away to who knows where. And then they encountered Litten. And then they went to go see the Stoutland under the bridge. For a few frames, because Pop Leo takes up the entire screen when he starts doing those funny emotions. For a few frames, you can see the tree, the Stoutland tree to be exact. And you pay attention to that tree and all the other trees. It only appears for one particular spot. Only in one scene that tree shows up. But you'll notice that that tree was actually already having lost its leaves, while everything else around it was still filled to the brim with leaves. But at that moment when that episode came out, you didn't know the context behind it until that episode finally dropped a few episodes later.
Yeah.
That's the thing I appreciate, like from a Pokemon series, and that's the to me personally, that's the thing I'm missing from the Pokemon series in the current era, at least.
I want to bring up from my favorite series. One thing I always love, and people talk about Sawyer a lot, and I'm starting to hear like a lot of mixed reviews about his character development.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are saying like Sawyer as a character's pacing feels all over the place. I'm like, one of the coolest things I liked about Sawyer, learning from Ash and battling him a lot, every time he battled Ash, the more times he battled him, you see that he puts his notebook away.
Yeah.
In the first fight, he's a mess. He can't even like do an attack without looking at the notebook, and it distracts him. And he can't fight to save his life. Then look at his final fight with Ash. The only time he takes it out is to Mega Evolve Sceptile because the stock pin is in there. That's it. That's the only time he uses the notebook. He doesn't use it to take notes on the battle afterwards. He doesn't use notes to take note of the battle beforehand. He's done.
And he tied, he did not have any information on Gudra, but he was able to, be on par with Gudra because he tied with the Pokemon. So he had to, improvise on the fly.
Doing an Ash, basically. The thing,
Exactly.
the one who he admired.
He no longer needs his notebook anymore. He still has it, obviously, because it's what he used to learn to get this far. But he doesn't need it anymore. He graduated. He's now the student in this situation has been taught.
Mm-hmm.
And I like
also,
that.
in regards to the Mallow stuff, because we never got to know the name of Lana's mom, and when the Lucamine stuff happened, you can see Mallow like, I kind of want to help, but I don't know how because she not had her mom in her life, so I want to help Lily, but I don't know how to do it because family stuff. So when Burnett, she's about to get married, of course that she's hyped, right? Because eventually she will too become a mother. So I kind of want to see how that will happen. Like, how will Mallow see Burnett with Lay or something? It's kind of an episode that I want to see. Anyways, going to the evolution of not Bonsweet, the middle one.
Steenie?
Steenie to Serena. That was the episode of the of the shopkeeper that was feeding Litten with her Oricorio. Malo in that episode, it's not she's disappointed with Steenie, she's disappointed with herself because she's failing another female figure in her life. So it's like, yeah, like it's a mother figure, even though it's grandma age, but it's failing that, right? Um, and we got the whole thing with Shaman, like Skyform reaching the clouds. Literally, that's where Stoutland is. So I kind of want to say that we did not know the name of Malo's mother, but there are many people who had canon that Aina, the name of the cafeteria, was the name of Malo's mother, and they named the restaurant after her. So it's like, again, and Aina is a Hawaiian name, so there is the possibility, but it's also textual, of course. But
No, but
perspectives
that's what
are.
makes great storytelling. It's up to you to
Mhm.
decide how far you're
Yeah,
willing to take something.
yeah. Don't spoon feed us the information.
Let
Let
us look for it.
yeah, let the audience be smart.
Mhm. Or if they have to, backtrack. Like I told you, when you
Hmm.
see the Stoutland episode with the tree when he dies, at that moment it's emotional. But if you rewatch the episode of the starters from a few episodes back, you'll see that they've had this story set up since the beginning.
Yeah,
And
it has
that's what I
replay.
love. But you don't know that at the time. You think
Yeah,
that's just a tree. You know?
it has replay value.
It gives more emphasis to look back and to see the things that they've already established and what values they meant in the long term. You know, especially like the most important one, the fight between Ash and Kukui. There's more
Yeah.
meaning to it than most people think, because that moment in the first episode, or in the first two episodes at least, when they tried to tease the fight, never happened. Got all the way till the end to make that happen.
There is one more, like in the Celebi episode when Ash goes to the past and he talks about being a Pokemon master, and you go to the first episode, Ash says to Kukui when he meets him, "I want to be a Pokemon master," and Kukui doesn't even like ask about what that is because he knew Ash already.
Yeah, set up since the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I loved about Sun and Moon storytelling. You have to commit to it to then see it all in action. It takes a
Mhm.
while to get to it because you need to watch the whole series first. But I
It's
think
a slow
it's
burn,
Valley
but
is
the
beautiful for
payoff.
it.
It's a slow burn, but the payoff, it's magnificent.
You just got to work on that grind. But anywho, I
Okay.
think now would be the perfect opportunity for us to go wrap up because I noticed we went a little extra
Yeah.
for tonight, and I got to go get myself ready for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and call it a wrap. But I do want to thank everybody here in this call, to Tyrone, TSS, to Kuro, to Dane. You guys so much for helping in tonight's session. Hope everybody's doing fine so far, and
I'm
we're gonna
awake,
have
I
a.
promise.
I know you are, buddy. Uh, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, we got a lot of things planned for this upcoming week. Tomorrow, I want to assume we're gonna do another 4 hours of BDSP. I want to assume
Yep.
because I really can't just only
Also, I
work
could
in
do
the.
some. Yeah, then I could do some more post game shit.
Yeah, because I'm stuck in like little territory and I want to see where the hell the
You
story's
broke
going
the
next.
game.
I broke the game, but I can't break it anymore in the areas I've
Wait,
already
what? You want
broken.
to know where the story goes in BDSP?
Yes, I want to know where the story goes in
What?
BDSP.
You've okay. All
Yeah,
right.
We
well,
got
my version of the story. I mean.
Oh, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
because like
Okay,
now that I
gotcha.
got the 8 badge as my third badge, I want to know where the fuck the story goes when I go backwards.
I
Christ.
can't wait to.
I know.
It's
Me too.
I'll be here tomorrow,
K-
probably
K-
doing you
K-
guys.
K- KG, it's because of players like you that Voltner got depressed.
Now
You
it's
know,
players like Worcester who actually broke the game in fucking 33 minutes.
I know there's like speedrun records of this shit. It's great. I can't wait to do that when I finish the game, of course. But I was gonna say, what else was I gonna say about it? Yeah, look forward to BDSP tomorrow, Wednesday. Not sure what we're gonna do on Wednesday. We might do another community game night with BDSP, so you guys can look forward to that too. But after that, Thursday we got shenanigans, and then Friday we got our usual weekly reaction. So we'll hope to see you guys then and there for that. So that's gonna be it for me on my end. Tyron, what do you got planned for the week?
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl tomorrow, like you already said. Wednesday, what are we doing Wednesday? I don't think I'm technically doing anything
No,
Wednesday, but I might.
you're playing something because you're gonna switch something out for Thursday. Remember? Or was that for the following week?
That's for the following week.
Don't we
Because
still have
the
to work
following
on
week
the
we do
Scott,
the
though?
yeah, the following week we're doing the video game awards, but that's going to be on Thursday. So I'm going to. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this Wednesday we're not doing anything, but on Thursday we're doing Scott Pilgrim, like planned, and then Friday I may do a surprise stream. I don't know. It depends
It's
on if
not
I
a
got
surprise
time.
though. You're
Well,
telling us
surprise
about
is
it.
that we don't know what the fuck the game is.
Oh, okay.
Supposed.
But I know for the video game awards, that's on Thursday. So on Wednesday, and I said this before on my Persona stream, and I also said this on Terrell stream. While I was out on my Thanksgiving trip out of town to see my mom and grandmother, I went to GameStop, and lo and behold, they had one physical copy of Sonic 06 for the Xbox 360.
Oh my god.
So, I'm finally able to stream a physical version of Sonic 06. And that'll start on Wednesday of next week. And the reason it's starting on Wednesday of next week, because normally I've been trying to not stream on Wednesday to do content creation instead. But the reason I'm doing it on that Wednesday is because Thursday we're doing the video game award. So obviously our time will be taken up there.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. So for the first, I felt it would be appropriate to start December off with Sonic 06. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Sonic 06. We're finally doing the Sonic 06 stream that I've been procrastinating so long.
It's a celebration of the 15 years.
Yeah. So, and the way I'm doing it is a little interesting. I'm going to have... For each story, I'm going to have different guests. So for Sonic Story, I'll have some guests. And then for Shadow Story, I'm going to have some guests. And then finally for Silver Story, I'm going to have guests, but I don't know what guests I'm going to have for Silver Story. I know Sonic and Shadow's guest. I have no fucking clue what Silver's guests are going to be. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But rest assured, Samurai, I see you, by the way. But yeah, so that's what we're finally getting into. We finally get to tackle that fucking dumpster fire of a game.
Wait. Silver is the time traveler one, right?
Yes.
Count me in for that. I love to bash on time travel.
Okay, sure. But yeah, so that's the plans for next week. More than likely, it's the Sonic team. The Sonic storyline is obviously going to be usually the pod, like the people that are closest to me. So more than likely TSS, KG, Terrell, the gang. Shadows is usually like the outer realmed group, so it's Media Nut since he was there for Shadow the Hedgehog, and then I'm trying to get Goggles, but I may get somebody else. And then like you just said, we've got our silver team apparently now. So that's our idea. That's Sonic 06. We gotta finally fucking play this. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Can we skip this and go straight to Secret Rings? I know Secret Rings is bad, but I really like it.
No, you don't deserve to skip. You skipped Shadow the Hedgehog.
I didn't skip Shadow the Hedgehog. I
You
played
did.
it.
You didn't play the whole game on stream.
I beat it. I beat
but
the
you didn't play it
hero,
on stream,
villain,
so I
and
don't know if
neutral
you did it
mode.
true or not.
I beat the hero, villain, and neutral modes.
Yeah, where's the end game mode though?
I didn't want to do all of that.
Well, then that means you cheated and you skipped.
I didn't cheat.
Yeah, you did.
I saw the
You
credit.
only cheated yourself,
I
bro.
saw the credits 3 times. That means the game is over.
That was the fake
3
ending, bro.
times.
You kept getting the bad ending.
I
3
don't
goddamn times.
care. I don't care because I'm not gonna play the game 10 times. That's stupid.
Playing the game once is stupid. You play 3.
Exactly. So I've overachieved.
you like to torture yourself, don't you, Tyrone?
I'm playing
that'll be me.
Oh, I'm playing 06, so yes, that to answer. I spent money on 06, and guess how much it cost?
$20.
Yes, $20.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got mine for $5.
Cost 20 funky ass dollars.
And it
They
has the
knew,
logo.
Tyrone. They knew, Tyrone. They knew.
They knew.
Wanted data.
I did it for y'all, though. I did this for y'all. So that's what we're looking forward to. So KG, go ahead and wait, TSS, you say your
TSS
thing.
needs
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there might be Persona on Friday. at 9 p.m. But gonna get a jab in my arm in about fucking 2 days time or a day time. So I don't know how my arm is gonna be on Friday or how my body's gonna be Friday. But if I'm well enough to do a stream, I will be doing Persona 3 Fest on dub. We are in the middle of October. So we had just beat another boss from the beginning of October. So stay tuned for that. If I do decide to do it, it's going to be the normal time, 9 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be no Saturday streams for the next 3 weeks, but the game we will be starting on December the 18th will be what is it? It's Hakiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed,
That
which is
a
the
title
second
I
game.
didn't expect.
Jeez.
Yes, we will be playing that. So we're going because we defeated. We beat Yakuza Kiwami, which is what I said. It's a 9.6 game. Everybody should fucking play that game at some point, especially with the classic music mod. You can go on Steam's forums and download that. Get that mod done because the classic music definitely helped the experience. And we're going from Ikebukuro to fucking Akihabara, so we're gonna do Akiba's Trip.
Nice.
So that's coming up on December the 18th. Yeah. So if I can do it, I will do it. Persona stream this week on Friday. But if not, then yeah, probably a couple of weeks later. So we'll see what happens.
Alrighty then.
That's
so
it.
what do you guys say we go and wrap things up then for the night?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to
go.
thank everybody in this call so much for being here tonight. Thank you guys all so very much. Everyone who is watching us as well, thank you all so very much for joining us for another fun-filled session. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week we come back, though. We're going back to the world of PM 2019 with the next episode of the series. So we hope to look forward with that. And amongst many other things, I hope you guys have yourselves an awesome week as well. We're going to have a lot of fun streams throughout, so make sure to tune in over on this channel and our buddies' channels as well to be notified when we're going to do it. So, yeah. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll speak with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody, and as always, do us a solid and make sure to have yourselves an awesome day. Bye, everybody.
Night.
Wash your fucking hands.
Thank you for that.